All right, we're rocking and rolling. Friday Night Spikes. I am Chris Phillips. Harrison Fant is somewhere out of range of the camera, but he is here. He's technically on time, even though I'm going to say he's a minute late because he's not on the camera.
What do you mean he's late?
He's technically on time, but he didn't get on camera until 11:01. Therefore, he is late. It's okay.
What do you
What's
mean?
up, man? He had to get his perfect positioning in his fucking lazy boy chair.
I had to get the audio and the video set up.
Yes.
All we know is my camera is not going to have technical difficulties like yours tends to. So
mine won't either because I don't have the vlog cameras right here. It's been in action all night. So again, appreciate you all tuning in. Yeah, whatever. Appreciate you all tuning in. This is Friday Night Spikes. Y'all know the drill at this point. We go live every single Friday night of the college baseball season, talk about what happened in the day. And Harrison, what a thrilling day it was. By the way, our good buddy Jake McKeever, who is at the Texas A&M and Arizona game.
You should be hopping on as Texas A&M just closed it out, it looks like.
Did they just win it?
Yeah.
Okay.
On a check swing call? Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to join us pretty soon.
No, it's bottom 8. Sorry, bottom 8 now. My bad.
False alarm. Anyways, he will join us after that game or at some point after that game. But, dude, we got a lot to talk about, man.
Mm-hmm.
Busy day, a very, very busy day. Across the SEC, we're going to take your questions as well, your comments. Y'all can hang out with us. We're definitely going to go into the wee hours of the night, past midnight Eastern. Harrison, let's start, man, with the game. I mean, you see what I'm rocking right now. We got the fresh threads, the Gators.
Must be nice.
Florida baseball, the Gators getting the job done. 6-2 win. Did you catch any of that game or no?
No, not yet. I'm catching up on some. So
it was
calling a
very,
game is
do what?
tough to keep. When I call a game,
you called the Georgia Tech game today.
Yep. I mean, it was a long game, but I mean, it was a 16-4, kind of back and forth, big inning affair. But
yeah,
I gave the SEC some love. Don't worry.
Well, it was fun. Condren was buzzing. It was a good time. Liam Peterson was very, very good. Everybody was kind of tense early. You know, it's Florida, Miami. It's the rivalry. It's both sides.
What was the atmosphere like?
Good. I'm going to expand more on that in a little bit. By the way, it was. Actually, I'll just start there. It was good. It was good, but I do want to say this, and I'm going to say this with love, and maybe I should give it a minute so like everybody can come on in. We got. Hey, you never know who's tuned in, Harrison, by the way. You never know who's tuned in. All the Gators, come on in, right? I got a message. My biggest thing is this. Like, the atmosphere was fine, okay? The atmosphere was fine.
But
my biggest issue, though, and again, I'm saying this with love. You are up by 4 runs going to the 9th inning. And you have people leaving the game early.
In a rivalry game?
It blew my mind, dude. Leaving the game early and it's like you're not up by 14 runs or by 10 runs. You are up by 4 runs and you are leaving the game early. Like, I'm just going to say it. I've had people tell me off the record, Florida is a little bit more, and again, I say this with love. I'm rocking the gear. I mean, I have been, my travels are well documented. I'm going to be here all weekend, repping the Gators. Like, I mean, I'm having a blast. I love Florida. Crowd's a little wine and cheese. It's a little wine and cheese. It is.
Sully,
our boy Sully has spoiled them to such a point where winning is the birthright. It is the expectation, which is fair. The expectation is fair, but the birthright to a point to where you can almost tell like the fan base is not as juiced about winning as they should be. And again, that's fine. Like, if you're going to be wine and cheese, that's one thing. Like, it is what it is. Listen, you're a great program. You go to Omaha every other year. You expect to, so be it. You feel like your season doesn't really even start to the postseason. I respect it. But, like, leaving at the start of the 9th inning is crazy to me. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I even saw people, Harrison, 1 out. Philpott comes in. He's fucking shoving. 1 out in the 9th. People are getting up and leaving. 2 outs in the 9th. People getting up. I'm like, there's 1 out left.
Like, you ain't beating traffic.
Getting up to leave with 2 outs.
Yeah.
I say it with love. All the Gator folks I've met, everybody I've interacted with, they're all great. Everybody in Florida is great. But, like, my God, if you're going to go to a rivalry game, like, stay to the end. Like, it just stay to the end. Like,
hell, you're already there to the 9th inning. What are you going to beat?
You're there to the 9th. What traffic are you beating? So cheers to that, Harrison. We got a cold one.
No,
victory
that doesn't
brews.
surprise me, unfortunately.
I don't know. Anyways, I don't want to spend a ton of time on that. The ballpark is beautiful. Dalton Dye is saying it's overrated. It's not overrated at all. The ballpark is incredible. The ballpark's incredible. Loved Conjuring. I can't wait to get back out there tomorrow. Going to be a really good time.
How was where were you sitting for most of the game?
I was just kind of hanging out in the concourse. I mean, I walked all the way around. I bounced around all game. Went up to the press box. Saw a couple buddies up there.
ESPN Plus.
Yeah, saw a couple buddies up there. So I was all over the place. I mean, there's not a bad seat in the house at Conjure. It's not a bad seat in the house. It's a beautiful, beautiful venue. Yeah, so had a great time. I mean, again, the game itself, Liam Peterson's got real big-time shit. Bobby Baseball is a fucking
We've
legend.
known that, though, all season long, and just how much he's developed in the offseason.
It's all mental with him. It's all mental with him. I thought he did a really good job of – there was a moment early in the game where it could have gotten away from a standpoint of, like, you're like, ooh, he could get chased. Bases loaded, the biggest mistake I thought he made all night, bases loaded, you kind of spike a fastball and they score on a wild pitch. And, you put Heyman in a really tough spot trying to block that ball up. That can't happen. But, I mean, outside of that, man, like first inning, I thought, and give Miami credit. He attacked Miami and they got 2 base hits and they scored a run. It is what it is. I mean, you give them a chance and sometimes that happens. I had no problem with that. But I think it was the 3rd inning when they got bases loaded. And the thing that kind of annoyed you, too, it was after Florida had just scored a run. You're looking for the shutdown inning. You don't get it. But he holds into 1 run, and he was brilliant after that. He was brilliant, man. I mean, the fastball was 96 to 98. The breaking ball was super sharp, late life. Yeah, he was incredible. Emotions were going, obviously. We all saw the clip. He's slamming the glove and motherfucking Miami. Fuck you, motherfucker. He's you love to see that. You love to see that in a rivalry series. So he was 6 innings pitched, 7 Ks, 2 earned runs. You'll take that every time. You'll take that every single time. And honestly, I mean, again, his pitch count after the first inning was like 24, I think 25. So I mean, if he's able to get that down a little bit, we're talking about maybe him being able to go 7. I'm just thinking about SEC play. Like if they're getting if that's him being quote unquote shaky a little bit early, 2 earned runs, or you take that every single time with their lineup too, which I don't think is going to struggled a little bit. They didn't settle in quite as much early on. Again, the
you talk shaky,
the emotion.
I got a direction we can go.
Well, I'm talking about the Florida game.
I know. I can go shaky if you want to go a different direction with a different team.
Oh, the different team. Well, anyway,
same direction, different team.
Well, anyways, in more thoughts on the Florida game. 2 other things. The freshman Brendan Lawson is a stud. Fucking stud, dude. Stud. They raved about him when I was out there yesterday. Kid's a stud. I mean, shit on the ball tonight. And then Bobby Bozer's he's just a ball player, man. God, he's a ball player. Dude, I had a great conversation, man, with Mikey Matuk that played at LSU. Dropped it a couple of days ago. And I asked Mikey, I said, Mikey, when you were a freshman and you had your inevitable slump, like what was the mantra you had? What did you say to yourself to like kind of snap out of it or stay positive? And what he said was every day I was trying to put something in the bucket. Just put something in the bucket. So even if I went 0 for 4, did I go 0 for 4, but I moved that runner over from second to third? Did I drive that runner in from third with less than 2 outs? Did I get that bunt down when I was called on to do so? Did I make a big defensive play, like something?
Dang, he just got burned.
Bobby Bozer is the king of putting something in the bucket every game.
Yeah.
And that's what I meant by, like, every time I go on social media, I see Bobby Bozer's name. He does something every game. And that kind of guy, man, like, that's
once you said that, I keep seeing it on Twitter too.
Dude, that's invaluable, bro, to have it. Like, he's a ball player.
He's able to affect the game in different aspects. He's a dynamic player, right?
He's a ball player, dude.
To give you an update in this A&M game, it's now in a spicy situation. Top 9, no outs. Arizona leadoff guy.
Yeah,
absolutely cooks the left fielder off the wall. He's on second base. No one out. Tying run at second.
Yeah, I got it on.
Early, I think, seen enough. He's going to the pen. Yeah, he's going to the pen right now.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we can talk about other games, but obviously with me being at the Florida game.
Yeah, no.
I'm a rant and rave
because it was the same time.
Yeah. I'm a rant and rave. It was a blast. Had a lot of fun. Yeah.
From what you've seen in Bowser and, like, I guess anyone you talk to, like, what's been the biggest part of his game that's improved this season, or like coming into the season?
Well, shit. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I didn't see a whole lot of him last year because he was at USF. So,
yeah, but like, what was that big jump for him from a small school to a school like Florida? Or was it just a
dude? I think.
Transition?
I mean,
like, did he have any huge offseason gains from anyone you talked to, or is it just hey, he's able to play at this level?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have any like one-on-one with him. I mean, from talking to them, I mean, they saw him immediately, like at USF, like, this guy's a stud. You know what I mean? Like, same thing with Kyle Jones, who was at
the Stetson transfer. Yeah, and I
they're like
how
he's a stud.
He is.
Yeah, they're like he's a stud. So, yeah, I mean, but here's the thing too. Like, I'm sure, and I know for a fact, Bozer has improved, and you give credit to Sully and the coaching staff. They got a great staff, man. And I will say, like, being out at practice, Sully lets his guys do their thing. He lets them coach. And he's got really good assistants. I mean, those guys.
I think part of that's having the culture to be able to do that, though.
Yeah, well, for sure. I mean, these are assistants that have been there a while. They've got guys too.
You trust in the players to take care of their business. You know, you set a standard for the program and expectations of practice, and say, hey, go out and work on the things you need to work on within the structure of our practice.
Yeah, and I think he gets in their ass when needs to be gotten into. So. Yeah, I mean, he's a stud. I mean, here's the thing: they beat Miami tonight, and I thought a lot of their big bats didn't even really, have a great night. Like Colby Shelton didn't have a good night at all. Brody Donay didn't have a good night.
But that's how
Heyman hit some good balls. Heyman had some good swings.
And that's how talented they are. Deep. They're able to do that when their 3 and 4 hole go over, combine over 8.
Yeah, they're deep. They're very, very deep because, I mean, rest assured, Colby Shelton and Brody Donay ain't going over the series. So that's the bad news if you're Miami.
I mean, but you got to think, though, if you're Miami, hey, you tell them, going to game 1, Colby Shelton and Brody Donay are going to go for 4. We got a really good shot to win this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I think the scouting report of Miami going in was pretty darn accurate. Mm-hmm. Where, like, the kid they threw tonight, that starter was pretty good. I mean, I thought he was pretty solid.
Nick Robert?
He was pretty solid. He was pretty good. Yeah, he's pretty good. They don't have I mean, this is taking nothing away, obviously, from Liam. And I loved, by the way, finally getting to see, what was the kid's name? The Fernando, like Gonzalez or something like that, the lefty for Florida. The lefty
that pitched?
Fernando from Florida. Yeah, Fernando.
What's his name? You mean Menendez that pitched?
Menendez. There you go. Menendez.
Yeah.
Yes.
So who's Fernando?
I thought his first name was that. Frank Menendez.
Frank Menendez, yeah.
Why did I think Fernando Menendez? Frank Menendez that came in. He was really good. Seeing Phil Pott, seeing see, all the names are jumbled up in my head now. Anyways, seeing all those guys, it was they were really efficient. They had a plan. I mean, Florida's got such a luxury because, like, I feel like, and again, this credits back to Sully. Like, they know, bro, like, 7th inning, we got this guy, 8th inning, this guy, 9th inning, this guy. And Phil Pott's obviously sliding in that closer spot. He looks really natural in that spot. So, yeah.
I think a big thing that goes under the radar for Florida, Chris, is them on the base paths.
I mean, now, especially this year.
They got 26 stolen bases this year, Chris. And it's not, 2 or 3 guys. Bowser's got 4. Colby Shelton's got 4. Brody Dune's got 3. Lawson's got 3. And then you got Blake Sears got 5. And Yost has got 5 as well.
Yeah. They're running this year, which is different for them.
I mean, to go with the power and the depth of their lineup, batting for average and hitting for average and hitting for power, and then stolen bases. The same thing I talked about with Georgia Tech today. They're the number 2 team in the country in stolen bases behind VMI. Virginia Military Institute has the most stolen base in the country right now. They have, I think, 5 or 6 guys with 10 or more stolen bases this year already, which is unbelievable. But we talked about in the broadcast about how, teams that are able to score and, dynamic offenses, right? It's hitting for average, hitting for power, and stolen bases. Because, you get on base, steal second, you basically just hit a double, and you're, in scoring position, you're scored on a ball in the outfield.
Yeah.
It's basically instead of having to get them over, you just steal second and you get them in on a base hit.
Yeah, and they're doing way more of that this year. They've got the
an infield hit ties it up for Arizona.
Dude, and this is an Arizona team we saw get pummeled in Arlington.
You see them in person in Arlington?
Yes, they were in that tournament. They remember they got shit on for 3 games. Yeah, I'm watching it now too.
Yeah, so am I. I'm just updating it for people who aren't watching it. Just a chopper up the middle.
Dude. God.
But no, I think I think that was worth mentioning for Florida, just how dynamic the offense is and how they can score in different facets.
Yeah, for sure. No, they're not as reliant on the home run.
I will say,
even though they can still hit the ball,
counting up quick.
Well,
but with power, that happens a lot. But,
yeah, it's going to happen.
Their strikeout to walk ratio isn't great.
I can tell you they're working on it. I can tell you they're working on it.
Yeah, right now they got 61 to 46 strikeout to walk ratio.
Who does?
The team as a whole, 61 strikeouts and 46 walks.
Yeah, they like to swing.
And I hate to say it, but I think it's headlined by Blake Sear. 10 strikeouts, 4 walks.
He had a good night tonight, though.
Yeah. I feel like it kind of expected that. Maybe not game 1, but just a big night or a big game in one of these rivalry games this weekend against his former team.
Yeah, so. He had the rope single his first AB. Dropped a beautiful bunt. I think that was either his second or third AB. I think second. Did a job. Dropped a beautiful bunt. He's thrown out, but guys were on first and second. Gets him over. Crowd gave him like a standing ovation. It was cool. It was very cool.
That's cool.
I think he had a successful night against his old team. So. Yeah, this A&M game, man. I'm definitely. Here's what I'm going to say. I learned my lesson last year with. I said some things about Florida not being a great baseball team at the time because they weren't playing like a good baseball team. Let's call it for what it is. I didn't say they just stunk. I just said they're not a good baseball team right now. And they turned back into what we knew they could be. I won't probably make that mistake with A&M again. Like, I won't say that again. But, God, they are pressing, dude. They are pressing.
What do you mean pressing?
I think their asshole's so fucking tight you couldn't put a fucking needle through it,
I thought you meant you were getting backfire for it.
No, I'm saying they're pressing like their team is anxious. That dog needs to be fed.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to take care of the dog real quick.
Do your thing, Aaron.
He's 13 years old.
Do your thing. Do your thing. I command the fort.
What? You just went out to the bathroom.
This is Friday Night Spikes. I'm gonna get into some questions here. See, Chinook, you could have my guy Chinook, you could have set the over under to half dog issues. Take the over, cash money. You'd have hit the parlay, cash money for you. But you didn't. You got to think ahead for that. Dalton died.
Hey, I was on time. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Levi Clark is coming for SEC Freshman of the Year. Yeah, he's very good. Tennessee is just a machine, man. They just keep rolling. They keep rolling. What they had Rice today. What do they got tomorrow? Okie State. That tournament will heat up. Cole Gross, Jared Spencer has 8 strikeouts through 7. Yeah, it's unfortunate that
Hey, that length of the hair don't matter.
we can't watch the game, but whatever. Boy, I tell you one thing. I had a better day than D1 baseball had. That's for sure. Dude, oh my gosh. The fact, I don't know if you saw this, Harrison. The fact that our friend Joy was literally live streaming on her Twitter the LSU Kansas State baseball game that was on the D1 stream because other people couldn't get it. There were 20,000 people at one point tuned in, I saw.
Is that even legal?
I texted my LSU buddy. I was like, they're going to be pissed, dude. I don't know what they're going to do, but I can tell you this.
They should give people their money back is what they should do.
I can tell you this. If we did, I think if we did that, they'd probably try to come after us. Like her, I don't know.
Wow, another run scores for Arizona in the top of the 9th.
No way.
Ball smoked in the infield. Just kind of not able to corral it.
Oh, God, this will be a bad look for us if A&M loses as a conference.
I mean, I don't want to say a routine play, but all right. Well, let me get into the team I was talking about. You want to talk about?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Frustrating. The Georgia Bulldogs.
Hey, another Florida team. Florida baseball's deep.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about it, right? Yeah, you talk about, I think more so than me, how good of an offense they are. And yeah, it's really talented offense, but when none of the starters can have any length, I say this about Alabama, and they've been able to win with the bats, but for them to struggle on the mound as much, I think, in the starting pitching as Georgia has, I think we have to talk about it. It has to raise a lot more concern than, people are not want to talk about it. I mean, they haven't had a starter, I think, go into past the 4th inning. And then you have Leighton Finley struggle in his. So apparently, game 1 today, per sources, his slider was just back up. He had no feel for it and struggled to give up, the runs he did early. I think it was in 2 innings. And then the bullpens had to manage, it feels like, every single game for Georgia this season. I think it's what starters had. Let me check my notes.
I mean, we knew pitching. We knew pitching was the question for them.
So let's see. Entering the game, Georgia started had a 1-1 record, which I don't really care about, with a 9.43 ERA. Starters, and this is like game 8. In 21 innings pitched, while the bullpen has an 8-1 record with a 1 flat ERA in 63 innings. That's bad. It's a really good bullpen, but that's bad overall.
Yeah.
I mean, the bullpen was fine today, and not as dominant as it typically is, but that's got to be so frustrating. And that's non-conference play, Chris. Look who they've been playing: Quinnipiac, UNCW, UIC. I mean, Florida Gulf Coast. I mean, wait till they play.
So you're telling me I've got them too high in my power rankings? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, where do you got them? 4?
No. I think I had them 5 or 6.
You know where I had them, Chris?
12, right?
Oh, I got that right. Let's go.
12. And you now have you're doing your balloons. Okay.
No idea, but sure. 12. I mean, and that's not terrible. That
you're celebrating.
How deep the SEC is, but how not high on Georgia I am compared to so many others. I think based off of last year's kind of season.
I just thought you were a hater. I thought you were a hater personally. You are on the Georgia Tech play, but
because I grew up a Georgia Tech fan and call Georgia Tech games now.
No, not at all.
Hey, I'm a baseball fan. I'm watching Louisiana at UC Irvine at 11:30 at night.
Bro, by the way, is there no way to watch Vandy UCLA
tonight?
I don't think there is. They're streaming it. If they are, I don't know where it is.
Let me check.
I literally looked. It's not on there.
Where'd you look?
On Vanderbilt's website. They won though. They beat UCLA 8-3. That's a good win.
I think it's a good win. I wouldn't say
UCLA's
it's a good win.
UCLA's solid. I mean, it's
Well, you know
to
why
go-
it was a good win? I mean, because J.D. Thompson shoved again. Shocker.
Vandy quietly.
I mean, he's pumping cheese. I mean, JD was, I think, under 90 pitches through 5 with 8 Ks. Let me see if it was streamed anywhere. It's on the radio at 10:25 the game. It's on Big Ten Plus. That's why.
Because fucking UCLA isn't. I will never get used to that, bro. I will never get used to that.
Oh my gosh! Hey, just wait till Georgia Tech goes to play at Stanford for a conference game. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get ahead of this in case. Well, not in case, for when Chinook asked me what's in the Yeti. It's a protein shake. Don't worry.
By the way, seed count was 1. Bag of seeds was 1.
Oh,
I did put down the Hatch chili.
Garrett Short. He's going to go from third base on this. Oh, he's hosed at third.
Oh, no.
They want to review it. Are you watching this too?
Yeah. I just saw the tag at third.
Well,
you don't ever
shortstop.
Don't make the first fucking out at third, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you're in score position from second with a good secondary. I mean, especially a guy like Terrence Keel.
Like, he could probably steal third.
Exactly.
Let's see. Chopper to the left. He's so fast.
Yeah. Great jump, but and I get it's a big league field. I don't even think he looked at third at pro.
Let's see.
Ooh, he might have swam it. I think he's out, but I think he swam it.
He swam it, but I don't think he. It's just like, why risk it, dude?
I'm going to go check on the dog in a minute.
Yeah, if they lose to Arizona,
Micah tweeting, insanity in Houston. Is he safe or out?
Dude, I can't wait to hear Jake's comments if they lose.
Mike's got a video of it I'm watching. He's in the media well.
I cannot wait to hear Jake's comments if they lose.
I want to give our friend Micah, CBC,
Chinook
praise because
protein shake at 11:30. That's a wild play.
Hey,
dude, Harrison be staying on some wild plays.
Gaines got to be got.
Harrison will text you at 10:30 at night, leaving dinner. What you mean? It's 10:30.
I mean,
man will go to dinner at 10 o'clock, but wake up at 5 a.m. to go run. Riddle me that.
Some of us just built different, Chris.
Bro, I mean, I woke up this morning at 7 to go play golf. So, I mean.
There you go. But no, I want to give our friend Micah some props for as much SEC coverage as he's been doing recently as an ACC guy. We love to see it. The photography he's been doing, the photos he's been getting has been really cool to see. He's been crushing that.
I love to mess with Micah, but he's a good dude. Yeah. He does good. Chinook, by the way, shot 82. Believe it or not. Shot 82.
Yeah.
Putter was ice cold. Could have shot better, but we had a lot of fun. Shot 82, though. It was a fun day. Did you see any actual Gators? I did not. No, I did not.
Did you hear about? Okay, I sent you this. Have you heard about that before? That story I sent you from Ben McDonald. Spring training.
I did not listen.
He had written in his contract that he's not allowed to go gator hunting. And there's pictures of him, like just him and his boys, just holding up gators like they're bass, like they're just bass fish, right? And he brought one into the locker room. At spring training, he wrapped the tape. He had some athletic tape.
Then I see why he wasn't allowed to do it.
In duct tape, put it in a duffel bag, like a 4 foot long gator. Brought it in the spring training locker room and just opened the bag and let it out. And yeah, apparently people weren't thrilled about that, Chris. If you can imagine.
Yeah,
because there were people running out half naked. There were people climbing on top of their lockers. He goes, the GM was just not 30. He goes, hey, you can't do that, dude. But I thought that was hilarious. I love spring training stories and just guys and former players that just talk about, this is clubhouse, stayed in the clubhouse, but I'll share this, now that my career is over.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah. Those are fun stories. The baseball stories are the best.
All right. I'm going to go take care of the dog real quick.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm going to answer these questions.
He's 13.
Okay. Chinook, best thing you saw at Florida. The best thing I've seen at Florida. Ooh, that's a good question. The facility. Probably the inside of the equipment room. That's the best thing I've seen so far. I don't know, man. It's hard to pick one.
Can't wait for the vlog.
Everything's been great. Coolest facility feature. Well, coolest facility feature. I haven't. Hey, this is. I'm just gonna put this out there. I haven't seen the pitching lab yet. Hint, hint. Haven't seen the pitching lab yet. I saw the cages. I love the turf. I'll tell you
Hey
this:
there, buddy.
coolest
Hold on.
facility feature. I do love the turf field, the little mini turf field. Out past right. We're gonna take Harrison off the screen till he gets done with that. I do love like the mini turf field outside of right, where that's where they stretch, get ready, take a little infield, do whatever work they got to do. PFPs, you can do all kinds of shit out there. That's a really cool feature. They've got a video room, which is a tight feature. So, yeah, training room's nice. Everything there is nice. Everything's nice. Chinook, Sully's got a nose for Omaha, no doubt. No doubt. Proof's in the pudding, bruh. Proof's in the pudding. Monty, Tennessee's putting belt to ass. You are right. Yeah, Tennessee's having a lot of fun winning games. Keegan, thoughts on Mississippi State putting belt to ass? I expected it. I'll tell you this. I don't think Rice is very good. I just took you off until you got finished. That's all.
No, you're good. No, I know.
Yeah.
I heard you. I appreciate that. He ended up,
what, the dog?
wandering around the backyard and made it up a bunch of flights of stairs, which he hasn't done in a couple months.
Nice. Good sign. Good deal.
No, but so you said what was the best part of the facilities?
Well, I was saying whoever needs to hear it, I have not seen the pitching lab yet. So
that would have been my first request. Are we still reviewing this play?
I think they're still reviewing it. Dude, if he's called out on the field and these are the only angles they have, I don't know how you can reverse it.
Yeah, I mean, the umpire's in the best position possible.
I think he's out. I really think he's out. I think he's out. And I don't think you can I don't think you have indisputable evidence to say he's safe.
Yeah, because you have to have enough to overturn it.
That's what I'm saying.
Throwing this up here. Why are you so out of breath, Harrison, watching cops? No, running around so I can get back here and just spend more time with you, Chinook.
I was watching cops.
Spend more time with you.
Hey,
Chinook, I haven't tested the theory yet, but I'm not sure if Georgia Tech allows sunflower seeds in the press box. I haven't wanted to push that envelope yet, but I'm going to try next week. I'm going to try. If I get a midweek next week, I'll do it. So I would take a flavor request, though. What flavor should I try next? Because I've only tried hatch chili so far, and it was good.
That's the only one. Dude, what are you doing?
I know. I liked it. So
I'll be eating seeds. I'll be eating seeds when I'm just chilling at home.
That's when I try to like it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I do need to try the rest of them.
I would suggest your next one. Go for the Parmesan and pepper. Oh, dude.
Okay.
Oh.
See, Chinook's saying lemon pepper. I mean,
lemon pepper,
I'm a big lemon pepper guy.
I think, hey, hot take, the Parmesan and pepper better than the lemon pepper.
Okay. I'm
they're
currently
both
down 4 bags this
They're
live.
both very
good. Are you drinking them and just swallowing them?
They're both very good.
Yeah. You want to get into some other games around the SEC?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. How about Arkansas? 10-run inning.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Down 10-1?
Hey, credit to us. We did say Charlotte, or did I? I think I mentioned that.
We both did, but you brought it up first, and I kind of...
And you mocked me, and then I was like, I don't know, the 49ers.
I didn't mock you. I said, no, Charlotte's a good mid-major.
You were skeptical. No, you did.
No, I was skeptical of Arkansas's offense, which I said this is a big weekend they need to have offensively before rolling into conference play.
Well, I guess they kind of did. I mean, does one 10-run inning solve anything? I mean, I guess it does.
Yeah, I think it shows the ability that it's there. I mean, you have Kendall Diggs, who it says 0 for 0.
Did he not play?
No, he's in the lineup though. Let's see how just all walks. I guess he came in for Maxwell, who went 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Defensive sub. Interesting. They're still reviewing this, dude. This happened at Tech today. Not this bad, but the inning was shorter than the review of one play. Like, there has to be a limit on time for reviewing a play. I don't care
Yeah,
if
it's
it's college or
crazy.
pro. If you can't decide in,
There's
2
Mike on the
minutes,
TV. Look at our boy Mike on the TV.
I'll get him.
Look at Mike on the tube, baby. Come on, Mike. I thought Jay could be standing next to him. Let's go. Is Micah consulting with the fucking umps? What is he doing?
Got a hot mic. He's got a hot mic. I'm texting him right now.
What is he doing? He's like, he looks like he's talking to him. He's like, you sure? Here we go. He's out. Oh, snap. He's out.
I just clipped that. I'm going to send it to Micah.
That's so awesome, dude. That was awesome.
Micah was definitely just chilling there.
He knew the cameras were there. He's like, I'm just going to slide over here. Just going to slide over here. By the way, it's a 4-1 Texas in Vegas, the 6th inning.
Yeah.
Schuessler with a bases loaded knock. Not a homer, just a knock.
Does that mean Micah's famous now?
Probably. He's big league
He's
now.
probably going to be surprised with how fast I got that to him.
He's big league now.
He
still means less. More. It still just means less, though. Should we talk about the South Carolina Clemson game?
Yes, please.
First off, did you see the video I put? Or I didn't post it. I reposted. The bullpen.
We mentioned that when we were there in Clemson last year in the regional in Super about how close the visitors' bullpen is to the fans.
But Harrison, you realize they've changed it since last year.
Yeah.
That now where the bullpen was it's all open, a beer garden.
Yeah.
And now the bullpen is like on the field up against that beer garden.
Did you see my tweet? I said you could literally spit on the mound as a fan. You're that close.
It's insane the pressure of that, how close they are.
Yeah, I know. Like the pressure
insane.
Of that. And if you have to I always hated that, when I was playing about, if I had to my freshman year coming out of the bullpen, as a lot of freshmen do, warm up with it on the field, because if you miss, then you look like an idiot because it goes down in front of the dugout or goes in the field of play, and it's just and
it's only one guy.
The game. Yeah, and everyone looks at the guy on the mound. It's like, oh, this guy.
Yeah.
I always hated those, and I never had big issues with it. I think it's a subconscious thing.
Yeah. Is this 2-2 outs right now?
2-2 outs, down 1, no one on.
Oh, he got a knock. He got a knock.
Oh yeah. Dang, you're a half second ahead of me.
Am I? Okay, I'm sorry.
You good?
He got a knock. The Aggies are still alive. They're gonna find a way to win, aren't they?
Takeaways from Clemson, South Carolina. What do you got?
Takeaways. South Carolina, Clemson. I did not see every pitch of this game, obviously. I mean, Harrison, here's my very basic takeaways. When Matthew Becker is your number one starting pitcher, you have issues. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. And he wasn't terrible, but you need somebody elite to go into a place.
Yeah.
To go into a rivalry series like that, go on the road, hostile environment, and go win a game like that. And
I think the thing for me was the 5 walks for him.
Clemson had an Aiden Kanak, and South Carolina did not have. They didn't have a Carmen Majinski. They didn't have a Clark Schmidt. They didn't have a Michael Roth, a Blake Cooper. They just don't. They don't have that guy.
But you got to think about it. Clemson didn't even get the best at Aiden Kanak tonight.
No.
I mean,
it was a good game. It was a very It was a very. I'll tell you this. That game lived up to what South Carolina Clemson is from a rivalry standpoint. But I think it's kind of like you and I said, Harrison. It's going to be a competitive series because it's the rivalry. But especially at home, I did figure Clemson's going to have one or two more blows. And I mean, dude, I don't know if you saw the 9th, but bro, they were. I mean, South Carolina was an inch from tying, a foot literally from tying the game. A foot, dude.
I didn't see that, but I can imagine.
Dude. No, I'm saying pinch hitter was in. He hits one towering ball to left. I mean, the guy
This is the hitter you want if you're A&M up right now.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, they got him.
Wow.
God, I hate that.
A&M falls to Arizona
like
3-2. And the final out of the game, none other than Jace Lavalette on a strikeout.
He just looks like he's guessing up there a little bit, honestly. He's getting deep in counts and then trying to protect and expand his zone too much.
Wow.
He's so talented. He's too talented to do that. But no, to talk about, just my thoughts from Carolina to Clemson. I mean, we talked about this lineup about how can you protect Ethan Petrie with guys around him. Ethan Petrie goes 0-3. Nathan Hall in the leadoff goes 0-4. Coffer goes 0-2. Then Petrie goes 0-3. Kenny Jones in the 4-hole goes 1-2. Then you have Naraki go 0-2. I mean, the top 5 guys in the lineup, your best hitters want to combine 1 for like 15 almost.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think the biggest thing for me, looking at some of the stats and catching some of the clips from it, talk about runners on. I mean, hitting with runners on, both teams didn't do great. Clemson, had 2 more hits with runners on than South Carolina did, but hitting with runners in score position, 1 for 6. So it means they only had 6 opportunities with guys in score position, and they only had 1 hit with them. Clemson had 9 opportunities. They were 2 for 9, but they had more chances, right? And so that puts pressure on the other team. But when you're 1 for 11, like South Carolina hitting with runners on, what do you expect to do offensively when you're facing a team with good pitching? And you don't even get Aiden Kanak's best night, I don't think. Like I said, I mean, I said it going into the series. I think they're all 3 going to be close games. I think Clemson takes the series, but I think it's because they have just 1 more clutch hit with the runner on and just a deeper lineup than South Carolina's because they don't have much protection, let alone consistent protection. They do not have consistent protection around Ethan Petrie. And if you can shut down Ethan Petrie, which they did tonight, the guy able to shut down the guys around him, and no one stepped up for South Carolina, even as close as this game was.
Yeah, and that's going to be South Carolina's biggest problem, I think. Is if they can't find guys that can protect him, then what chance do they have? So, I mean, really, truly, what chance do they have?
I mean, both teams struggle to leaving guys on. South Carolina left on 9 runners. Clemson left on 11. I mean, but Clemson had clutch at bats with 2 outs. They had 3 2-out RBIs. So,
I mean, dude, it's about timely hitting. I mean, that's back to Florida. That's what Florida did. They got the timely hits they needed. That was the biggest thing.
Yep.
They got the timely hits. Yeah, it's timely hitting, power pitching, good fielding. The recipe is simple.
Yeah.
Harrison, by the way, I have this strange feeling that we're going to see a new number 1 in the polls on Monday.
Really? You sure D1's going to go against their preseason stats and notions and everything?
We still got A&M's still got 2 more games, but
is this Liam Doyle rip highlight?
I don't know, man. I think you gotta. I think there's going to be a change, and I think it's going to be.
What are your thoughts on Liam Doyle today?
From what I saw, I thought he was really good. I mean, I know Jake didn't think he was great.
Jake was not high. I thought the fastball, just like watching it now, but like keeping up with a little bit of it earlier, and doing some more due diligence. I just think it was a little less dialed in control as normal.
He's probably amped.
Oh yeah,
pitching on the big league mound. I mean,
I'm about to tweet kind of what you just said, but.
I mean, most people I've seen on social media thought Liam Doyle was elite today. So,
I mean,
they
probably
are we nitpicking a little bit? Are we nitpicking a little bit when it comes to Liam Doyle? I mean, but I guess when you're talking like best ace in the conference, best ace in the country, you have to nitpick. You have to nitpick a good bit. So, God, I see people tweeting, called this Prove it. Here's what's proven to me thus far: A&M won't make it to Omaha.
I need to look at his comments.
It's too early, man.
Chinook's probably been hammering me.
It's too early.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Harmon Pep, bestseller.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Is original really the bestseller?
That is so surprising, actually.
I asked that respectfully. Hey, let's go back to this.
Can you even say this is an underrated rivalry?
I think underrated's fair in some aspects. Yes.
I think in sports, yeah, but I think in baseball it's not.
Yeah. I think most people that know baseball know how good of a rivalry it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go back to this one. I apologize, Keegan. We got off of this. Mississippi State. Thoughts on Mississippi State? They crushed Rice today, 14-3. Pico Khan was really, really good. He's fun.
I'll talk about Pico Khan. First walk of the season for him, 16 innings in, Chris. He struck out 28 batters and surrendered 2 walks and now 17 2/3 innings. Talk about a Friday night guy, like you said, that South Carolina kind of struggles to have. Pico Khan has proven himself to be a Friday night starter in the SEC.
Dude,
I mean, the stuff is there. His stuff is playing.
6 1/3, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, 6 Ks.
Yeah.
Pico Khan. And then Chase.
Yeah, I mean, they scored 8 runs in the bottom of the 7th. I mean.
Yeah, dude, the bats were crazy. Bats were crazy today. Let's see.
How much are we going to talk about?
16 hits. Talk about who?
Tennessee.
We'll talk about Tennessee.
All right.
I'm just looking at Mississippi State real quick. Did Hines not play in this game?
I don't believe so.
I don't think he played. No. Is he hurt? I didn't know that. Maybe he's hurt.
I know Jake kept up with that game really close.
Yeah, because our guy Jake is in Houston.
Mm-hmm. He's not. Wait, what?
Get
the second game in his career he hasn't started. He has started in 179 of 180 potential games during his 4-year career coming into this. In all 63 last season.
Crazy. That's crazy.
That dude, talk about Iron Man.
So he's not hurt. He's not. They just benched him. He was hitting 226 and 31 ABs with a 746 OPS. They benched him.
I wonder why.
Jeez.
Interesting. That's we'll have to do some more investigating on that. That's interesting. I wonder why. I mean, unless it's just like a thing they don't want to
not swinging it well. Just not swinging it well. Yeah, we're going to talk about Tennessee for sure. Go Big Orange says, love the work y'all been doing. It's much appreciated. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you. We're having a lot of fun doing it.
GBO. Hey. I'll throw it up there.
VOLS, baby. I don't think I can legally do that, or I might explode with the Florida shirt.
Yeah, you might not be invited to batting practice anymore.
Something like that. Something like that. Yeah, Jordan, 0 for 5 against Troy with 4 strikeouts. I mean, dude, maybe it's just a mental, like, hey, just take a day off.
I mean, same with Jace. It could be similar.
Just take a day off, man. My guy, Robbie Davis. Hope you're having a great weekend. Robbie, appreciate you, man. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, guys, continue to pound us with your questions. Pause. Continue to leave us your questions, your comments. We'd love to hear from you. This show really is for you guys and for all of us. Anthony JD, UGA got so lucky today. What an epic collapse by Florida. You meant to put Florida Gulf Coast. You instead put Georgia College and State University. I don't think that's who. I don't think that's who. I don't think that's who Georgia played today.
I'm glad you knew that, though.
I did. GCSU. Belt to ass in Vegas, says Kane. Yeah, Texas now up 9-1. And I give Texas credit. Washington also is not very good, from what I've been told. Not very good. But, again, give Texas credit. Jared Spencer's a dude, bro. Chinook, Chris Sale Jr.
Who, me?
No, talking about Jared Spencer.
Yeah. He needs to shave his head first for that to happen.
Dude, here's
No,
a
but
good
the stuff
point.
plays.
Hey,
The
here's a
stuff's
good
so
point. Here's a good point. A&M, they've lost 3 in a row.
When was the last time preseason number 1 team lost 3 in a row before conference play? Let's find out.
That's a good trivia question.
I'll find out.
I don't know how you're going to find
I know
that
a guy,
answer.
but
I don't know how
busy.
you're going to find that answer.
I can find it by recap Monday.
Do what?
It's gonna be probably find it by recap on Monday.
Yeah. 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 Oh shit. I don't know. I don't know how you're gonna find that. Yeah, A&M is fucking reeling. They're fucking reeling, dude. Bro, I cannot say enough good things, by the way, Harrison. I got it on the vlog, too. Bobby fucking Baseball, man. Best nickname, I think. One of the best nicknames in college baseball.
Bobby Baseball?
Bobby Baseball, man. Bobby
I don't
fucking
know. I don't really know
Baseball.
any other nicknames is the problem.
I heard a lot of nicknames yesterday.
What else you got?
Some of the names I heard Teabag, Asshole, White Snake, Doors. Doors was a funny one with a funny story behind it.
Yeah, what's the story?
I don't think anybody would mind me telling because I don't remember the kid's name that his nickname is Doors, but they said that the way the kid got his nickname was he was catching, and they were like in an inter squad, and Brody Donay was up hitting, and Brody got like a 92-mile-an-hour fastball like blown by him, and the kid catching just goes Doors, like you got your doors blown off.
You got blown off, yeah.
And Brody Donay looked at him like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, dog. And they just started now he's just calling him Doors.
Brody Doors.
They don't call Donay Doors. They call the kid that said it Doors.
Oh.
I don't know what. I think they just call Brody Donay.
Who's the kid that said it?
I think I don't know. I really don't know.
I want to circle back to this. What do you? Because we didn't really mention it at all. We talked about Arkansas, but
yeah,
Gabe Gakel, 3 innings, 10 hits, 9 earned.
He got smashed, dude.
I honestly want to go rewatch that.
He got smashed. Yeah, Gakel got smashed. I mean, it happens. I mean,
yeah, but like,
dude, Charlotte's not a bad mid-major.
Yeah, but Charlotte doesn't post any videos at all. That's lame.
Charlotte's not a bad mid-major. Jake Reeder makes a good point. That Florida-Tennessee series to open SEC weekend is going to be absolute fireworks.
Yeah, where are we going to that?
Maybe. I don't
know. Is it at Florida or at Tennessee?
It's in Knoxville.
Oh, we'll go.
It's in Knoxville. So, yeah.
I got
Jordan with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Jordan. You're the man. Appreciate it. How about
what
Jordan? Up late with the boys. Danny Dickinson looks like a pro. Might be the most complete infielder in the SEC. And big fan of the show. Jordan, thank you. Dude, we haven't really even talked about LSU all that much. Dude, yeah, Danny Dickinson is a stud.
Yeah.
His
game has really transitioned well. And that's the biggest question. I talked about it today at the text broadcast with just how Georgia Tech has the number one incoming recruiting class according to Perfect Game this season. They have half their lineup as freshmen. 2 of them hit home runs today. One of them is just one of the top 2 or 3 hottest hitters in the team, and Alex Hernandez. But then you have freshmen that do this in the SEC as well, and guys that come from mid-major. We talked about how it's not going to be easy to make that transition, that jump from, it doesn't matter what mid-major, I feel like, unless it's like a power top 5 mid-major program like an ECU or Dallas Baptist or something like that, right? But to transition, and I know it's non-conference play, Chris, it's a big difference. Don't get me wrong. It's a big difference between non-conference play and playing SEC talent all weekend. But to not have any hiccups at the beginning of the season and just seems like he's been playing in an LSU uniform his entire career, it just feels like he slid in and just smoothly hit the ground running.
Yeah, I mean, dude, they're young guys or something. They're new guys or something too. But, yeah, I mean, here's what I'll say is this. The same credit I gave Sully in Florida and their coaching staff, I'll give, dude, it's the Jay Johnson effect, man. Like, look what they did to Michael Braswell last year. He gets them, and, dude, they really work with hitters. Like, they really know how to get the most out of hitters. I mean, I think it's one of the reasons that Derek Curiel's off to such a good start. I mean, he's obviously a super talented freshman, too. It helps that he's super talented, but Jay Johnson is a wizard, man, when it comes to hitters. By the way, Harrison, did you see the video of the relay in that game?
No.
Oh, my God. Stop what you're doing right now.
Did you
Here,
tweet it?
Yes, I will literally send it to you.
Yeah.
I will send it to you if you like. Dude.
Sorry, I'm stuck on Texas Twitter right now.
They should put this. Here, I could just share this. I can share this.
Play it, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I did last week when you dipped out. We were just playing some videos.
I can share this highlight. Bro. They should put this on every.
Did you see Dabo Sweet in the dugout?
That was
Clemson?
That was so fucking dumb, dude. That was so fucking dumb.
I was waiting for a reaction.
Bro.
Delivers.
Hold on. They should put this on every instructional video that exists. Harrison, this is a championship play right here.
All right.
Watch this.
1 out, runner on first.
This is the game. It's the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah.
1 out, runner on first, bottom of the ninth, ball game. Ball game.
In left center, Dardar.
Ball game.
Delivers.
Hell of a job to cut it off, dude. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this.
Route.
Cut off. Boom! Got his ass.
McKever did not do it
his
justice.
fucking ass, dude. Hosed his fucking ass.
The Tigers are alive.
I mean, bro. Snag, hit the cutoff, relay that bitch in.
And he's flying around the base.
Strike.
Kennedy.
A strike.
I think that's Kennedy.
Put that on every instructional video.
I'll say, I mean, another instructional video type play was it Parker Brodus for Georgia Tech had a beautiful textbook push bunt past the pitcher, like right to second base, basically, against the lefty who's fallen off down to third base. Push bunt to second, not even a throw from the second baseman when he gets to it. It is beautiful. And just seeing plays like that and like that relay, it's just like, yeah, that was so worth practicing, you know? And it's just like, that was just so enjoyable to watch. Like, imagine sitting there in the stands and watching that.
Who did Georgia Tech play?
Western Michigan. Hey, you know what's interesting, though?
I won't take your moment away, but.
I know, but you know what's interesting is ACC play does start next week, not in 2 weeks like the SEC.
I know.
You know why Georgia Tech pitching coach told me why? He said, because we have a bye week the week of finals, because this conference actually cares about academics.
Well, you know. that academics mean more in the conference, but everything else means less.
Yeah, we can tell Micah that.
Yeah.
It just means more academic.
Y'all can keep your academic trophies or whatever the fuck they give. So.
Hey, what was it?
Keep your academic trophies. It's fine.
All academic honor roll.
Whatever it is. We're not trying to go pro in school.
Hey,
Andrew Tucker. Right? I hate Aggie sports. Truly miserable 99% of the time. God, Andrew,
I can't tell if he's saying that as an A&M fan or
Andrew,
not.
I feel for you, man. I feel for you. I'm very sorry. I feel for you. Carter Buchanan. How about the dogs? Which dogs? Is he talking Mississippi State or Georgia?
He's talking Georgia.
That's Georgia. That's Georgia.
I will bring it up, Carter. There is a lot of things to be concerned about if you're a Georgia baseball fan right now. And I will headline that until it gets fixed.
Because they keep winning, but it's not.
They're winning this scrappy games against like Kennesaw State, right? Like they lose to a good, UNCW, but I don't think you beat the brakes off of Quinnipiac. And then you're losing to Florida Gulf Coast 5-0, right? And just starting pitching has just been detrimentally bad. Over a 9 ERA in 21 innings, and the bullpen's thrown 3 times as many innings as starting pitching with a 1 flat ERA. I mean, that is not a recipe for success, let alone 500 in the SEC, Chris.
Yeah. Gigambart says, from over here 180 miles away, TK was clearly safe at third.
Well, according to the umpire, he wasn't.
Why?
That kid, though, you want to talk about a freshman, another freshman
he
that
can
fly,
play, dude.
Oh my gosh, he can play, and he's proven that. Obviously, I know it's non-conference, take it with a grain of salt, but just to come out of the gates and the confidence and the swag that I think he plays with, that's what you want out of a freshman. It's really what you want. And I mean, go back to LSU. Derek Curiel, same thing. He's in contention for SEC Freshman of the Year for sure. Both of those guys are. And Levi Clark at Tennessee.
Yeah. Dude,
I think
Levi
I had to
really
put those three in the top for my SEC Freshman of the Year candidates right now. Honestly. I texted Mike in the video. He goes, LOL, what?
He didn't get it? He didn't see himself?
I said, got you on TV, hot Mike. And he goes, LOL, what? And I sent him the video. I don't know. I called him. He goes, you call it such the most inopportune times. I said,
I'll tell you this. Dude, you talking about freshmen. You talking about freshmen again.
We're talking about practice?
Freshman. Back to Florida, Brendan Lawson is a stud, bro.
Really? What did you like about him?
Dude, he's just – I feel like the approach is very not freshman. I'll put it that way. The approach is far beyond his years.
Is part of that because he's getting pitches he can hit with the lineup around him?
I mean – I don't think they're just serving him up meatballs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, it's a very, like, mature approach. It feels like to me. It's a very mature approach. And like you said, like, they're going to make adjustments on him. The book will get out. He'll have to make an adjustment back. But that's every freshman. I mean, every one of these freshmen's that way. Like, the only one that, like, we really came in the season like we were like 110%. That dude right there is a dude. Is Curiel. That was the one where you knew.
Yeah.
Or at least he had all the buzz.
Over 400.
I mean, he had all the buzz, so that was the one where you really felt like he was gonna. But Brendan Lawson, man.
Let's show some love here to our boy Cole Thompson.
Cole Thompson, let's go. Hey, roll Tide, Cole. Hope to see
roll
the Tide
all the way to Omaha, baby. All the way to Omaha.
I hope to see the Tide in Omaha, Cole.
I can't believe I've rooted for the Tide so much, in spite of Cole. I mean, hey, that or Mizzou, one of the two got to go.
Yeah, dude, Mizzou
You want to talk Mizzou?
Dude, Mizzou lost to Evansville.
Hey, Evansville is a win away from Omaha.
Evansville just lost to Kentucky like 24-3. So,
well, I texted you, and none of y'all responded about it. I said, is it too late to change my answer on our bet of Missouri over under 4.5 conference wins?
Dude, I'm telling you, man.
I think I did take the under, actually.
They're gonna win a conference game, but
who do you see them beating in a series right now if they had to win a series?
In a series? Let's look at this is a fun exercise. Let's just look at
this is
schedule.
Good. Let's look at
I might need to get another beer for this. God, did they open? You know who they open conference play with?
Tennessee and A&M.
At LSU.
Yeah.
They then host Ole Miss for 3. Maybe. If it's cold and I don't know, maybe.
I'll say who.
They host Texas.
I'll say
at
who?
Arkansas.
Georgia.
Hold on. At Florida. Gators are going to want revenge. Gators are going to get revenge in that one. Oklahoma at home, at Bama. Yeah, Georgia at home, beginning of May.
They got to play at Kansas too, and Kansas is popping off the map right now.
Bro, y'all are gassing Kansas up like it is just unreal.
Have you seen the fan base there?
They got 100 students in there, and people
100
college baseball Twitter's like yeah.
It's because it's Kansas. It's not like it's happened at LSU. It's Kansas.
I respect it.
In the middle of nowhere.
I respect it. College,
and half of them are sure.
College baseball Twitter is college baseball Twitter is great because college baseball Twitter loves to like uplift the little guy and like, yeah, come on, mid majors, yeah. And I'm like, bro, fuck everybody but the SEC. If we're throwing pearls in BP in this conference. Nothing but pearls. Hey, nothing but pearls, baby. Nothing but pearls.
Yeah. But I will say,
Nothing but pearls.
Chris, it's got to be Georgia, right?
Yeah, and they get them in Como. I mean, hey, at this rate, it might be A&M.
All right, let's not get carried away.
It might. But I think by May 9th, A&M will have it figured out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can say the same thing about Georgia too.
It's got At Bama, if Bama's cooled off significantly, I don't even see four. I'll make the prediction
wins.
right now. They don't win a series. I don't know if that's bold or not, but I don't think they win a series.
FanDuel have a line for that?
I doubt it. Dude, here's my question, and I think the answer is no. Has an SEC baseball team ever gone 0-30 in conference play? No way, right? There's no way. There's no way.
Find out. Let's see if I can find out.
Could Mizzou be the first? I mean, dude, Mizzou went 0-18 in conference play in basketball.
Did they really?
Yeah, last year.
There you go. I got the SEC record books up. Maybe.
But yeah, to your point, Harrison, that you said, a lot of really talented freshmen in the conference. But yeah, getting a firsthand look at Brendan Lawson, man, like that kid's a puppy, and like he's already making an impact. So yeah, but that's something else. I'll tell you this, that's something else you notice about Florida, dude. They've got a lot of experience. Like that's what happens when you build a program with depth. Like, Lawson's a freshman, obviously. He's in there. I know here's the thing. When you're adding...
I'm going to find this one out.
You're going to find it out? When you're adding... I think the best thing you can add in the portal, like, I feel like it's proven pretty consistently now. Like, when you add veteran bats in the portal, they're not all going to hit, but, like, experience is so important for hitters. Like, you just... There's really nothing that can simulate like in-game experience for hitters. Like you need to be able to rack up those ABs. Pitchers like shit is shit. You know what I mean? It's more about like the mental controlling your heart rate, which by the way, that reminds me because they've talked about how good this kid with like the moment doesn't get too big or whatever. It's just like the heart rate stays consistent. You know what excites me, Harrison? I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or Sunday. But you know who I get to see pitch this weekend? More than likely.
Aiden King.
Yes.
That's your guy.
I'm very excited.
I'll give it to you. That's your guy.
Dude, yeah. From a youngster perspective, that's, yeah. I mean, it's just, dude, they are, you know, and I haven't seen it in person. I watched him pitch. Was that I think it was the Stetson game. Dude.
So, Chris, going through it right now, worst record I see, 5-21-1, Alabama 2017. Oh, wait, 5-23, 2010, Georgia.
How'd they only play 28 games? They get 2 rained out?
2010, I don't know.
44, MSU 44. State has too much depth to let Hunter Hines struggle. Left 9 on base by himself on Tuesday. Hate it for him, but he has to be more than a fastball.
By himself? That's bad.
That's really bad.
Struggling.
That's really bad.
Vanderbilt 2000 went 5-24. Don't worry, this isn't privileged information.
Wow. Hey, what you said about D1? My guy Travis Davidson, who covers Oklahoma, texted me. He said, "I'm staying on D1's neck," and he sent me his tweet. He quote tweeted A&M's final from Houston, Wildcats 3, Aggies 2. His tweet says, "Some refuse to drop this now 3-loss team from number 1 because their preseason opinions matter more than the games."
Who does that sound like?
That sounds like you. That sounds like I'm saying that's what my God. Yeah. You're not the only one that sees it.
I mean, I get it, but like
you can't be attached.
Yeah,
you can't be attached you can't be attached to your preseason. Because, like, here's my thought process.
I'm not saying dropping them to 7 or 8.
Well, I was just going to say, like, I mean, obviously, bro, like, we give predictions. I give preseason predictions, but, like, bro, once the season starts, the preseason predictions are pretty, like, obsolete. Like, at that point, like, you're going off of, to your point, what you're seeing. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, I will say, talking to Georgia Tech today, I mean, they said, I mean, the biggest thing is, they lost 2 games to Marshall, which, Marshall was 0-5 at that point. They split the series, a 4-game series with them. But said the first 15 games this season literally do not matter. Like, yes, you want to win every single one of your games, but they really do not matter in hindsight because you want to be as ready, dialed, and
Yeah.
like player-wise, in certain roles and situations, locked in because your conference play matters the most. I know you want to, help boost your RPI and record and whatnot in non-conference, but you want to have your players ready to go as much as possible and on a heater going into conference play and through conference play. It's part of staying healthy and knowing what guys are good and what roles, pinch hitting, a setup guy in the bullpen, how long a starter can actually go, when can he get through that line that third time or not. And you have to test that through experience. And, especially the transfer portal, you're getting a lot of different guys coming at different points in their career, trying to fill some spots as well. You're recruiting JUCO and high school as well. You're trying to build a culture was the biggest thing as well. That several coaches have told me directly about how it's difficult to do that and manage that, and that's a big key focus of theirs. And then you have to say, is this is this an 8-inning guy or is this a closer? And just testing that and getting that all experience done in non-conference play, so that when conference play comes around, you're hot out the gates.
I'm going to take what you just said, Harrison, and put it in about a sentence. The non-conference, you can put it this way. You can go undefeated, but if you didn't get your work in, it means nothing.
Yeah.
So you do want to win. And I'm just condensing what you said.
Yeah, mine
point,
sounds cooler for Cliff.
Sure. You do want to win, but you accomplish nothing if you do everything to go undefeated, but you didn't address what you needed to address.
Like, could we have left our starter in, could we leave like a guy like Ryan Prager or Liam Doyle in, another inning? Yeah, they would have been fine.
Yeah,
right?
like if you
put another 0 up. But we want to get this guy in this situation, with a runner on second and see how he does coming into that situation.
Yeah, like if you didn't give guys opportunities in certain spots, then you get an SEC play, and it's like, oh fuck. Well, I mean,
and they're gonna.
But we went 18-0 in non-conference. Like, well, yeah, but you didn't throw this freshman in that spot where you could have, and now his first experience in that spot is in conference play. Yeah, so yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a balance. I mean, you can't lose too many of them.
Mm-hmm.
But what sucks, like I don't know if A&M's doing that. Like it just, I mean, like tonight they just got beat, dude. Like,
yep.
I don't think they.
And I asked Georgia Tech that. I said, "What if you're playing in like a conference, one of these tournaments?" And whatnot? He goes, "I'm still." I mean, yeah, you're playing better talent, probably. But
yeah,
like,
I mean, you definitely. It's like I told you, Bama. Like they had a plan. You know what I mean? Like they had a plan.
Yep.
But
I wouldn't say that's the plan at Georgia. They're just struggling starting pitching wise. But going through some more historical records at SEC, 1989 Tennessee 4-23.
4-23.
That's the worst record I've seen. Bama 1994 4-22. I mean, I think Missouri might break that record this year.
Yeah,
they played a lot less games.
I think so.
As well.
I think so too. By the way, Dalton Dye says
3-13. Georgia 1974.
I mean, that's weird. Andrew Fisher struggling a bit right now over swinging, in my opinion. When he connects, is at least 105 at the bat. I think he's going to be fine. I mean, the good news for Tennessee, like one guy struggles and there's 4 more that are hitting bombs. Who was the kid today that hit 2? Gavin Klein, I think.
Gavin Kylan.
Kylan,
transfer.
Right?
K-I-L-E-N.
Can I be honest? Can I be honest and nobody here
you
judge
have no
me?
idea who that is?
I had no clue that was for today. Never heard of him. I had never heard of that kid.
Did you think you were a real ball knower?
I'd never heard of him.
I knew him, and I watched him play in person.
Where did he come from?
Kylie, excuse me. Transfer from Louisville.
No.
He was a big bat at Louisville. I think he batted like 330 at Louisville.
Dude, I swear,
Stud.
I don't know how I did not hear about him before today.
He is a good bat at Louisville.
Is he a starter for them?
Is
he a starter
Tennessee?
at Tennessee right now?
Yeah, I think he bats 8 or 9 hole. I mean, he bat 330 with he was starting.
Bro, I feel like I've been living on a different
Louisville.
planet, dude. I feel like I've been living on a different planet. I also thought I also kept saying Dylan Dreiling though for the first 2 weeks of the preseason. So that's on me.
Yeah, no, he was good. I mean, I think he was really talented at Louisville.
They're saying he bats second. That's second.
He's second.
So
I can't. I mean, I feel like I've seen several.
Teams. He introduced himself to me. That's for sure, and everybody else.
No, more so just you. I mean, he's preseason All SEC second team.
Really?
Yep.
By the way, Kane says 2015 Auburn went 4-26 in SEC.
Oh, I found it, Chris. It happened. It's happened once so far. 1962. Would you like to guess what team?
Georgia.
Vanderbilt. 0-16.
0-16 is still not 0-30 though.
I know, but I mean they played.
But there's been an over to a degree.
Georgia Tech was 5-12 that year in the SEC. By the way.
Yeah, Georgia Tech.
Hey, they made progress though. Vanderbilt. So 1962 they were 0-16. 68 they were 2-15. 63 after 62 they were 4-13. 68 they were 2-15. 69 they were 3-12. Jeez. Kentucky was 2-12. Oh, sorry. Wow. 1967, the year before the 0-16 year, they were 1-16. And then 1-12 the year before that. And then 1-11 the year before that. Wow. Dang.
Dude, I need Jake's. I need Jake's Aggie breakdown. Where is he? Hey, by the way, we got a ball game in Las Vegas. Yep. 9-6 Texas. Top of the 6th. Washington swinging it. Bases loaded. 1 out for the Huskies. We got a game. I think this is why he says, get Cody Howard out of the fucking game. I think that's why he said that. Yeah, I think that's why
I'm about to pull that one up.
Thomas Burns is in Texas.
Is that a D1? Oh, that's a D1 game, isn't it?
It's a fucking D1 game, dude. Yeah. By the way, I don't like have an issue with D1, but God, it sucks. That sucks. That just sucks.
I know exactly who to follow. See if Zach's there.
I texted Jake. I want Jake to jump on. I want Jake's Aggie
blood to come out.
Aggie venting. I want his Aggie venting to come out. Yeah. I can't believe. I'll tell you this. I can't believe how bad A&M's been. I'm surprised.
I'm not going to disagree with you because they're the number 1 team in the nation. Preseason just unanimous, Chris. It was just
there. He is. If he's got service, does he have service?
Got it.
We have service.
All right, you.
Spill the beans.
Hey, all right, you goob. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
First off, I think Tennessee looks like the number 1 team in the country.
I'm finally glad you're on board with me on that.
By the way, hold on. By the way, those that don't know, if you're first time tuning to Friday Night Spikes, this is Jake McKeever, our guy Jake. So, welcome, Jake. Continue.
I did the Friday Night Spikes last week.
Well, I'm just saying there could be new people here from last week. So this is Jake.
Yeah, Tennessee didn't have a single guy that threw under 94 today. They had 4 solo shots. They go about 8 or 9 deep. Mississippi State flexed that 1 inning. They really didn't look that good outside of that 1 inning, but Pico Khan shoved. And then A&M, I don't know what the deal is with this team. I can be honest with you.
What is it? How close are you to the dugout?
I'm in the camera well. I hear every single thing.
Can you hear the dugout?
Yes.
What's the energy in the dugout like?
I'll say this.
What's the vibe in the dugout?
I sat on the Arizona side for that top of the ninth, and you would have thought that they were winning. They were super high energy. They believed in themselves. They did everything. And A&M was the complete opposite. I felt like every single time they struck out, somebody had to pick them up. It was like, hey, keep your head up, keep your head up. There was no, they don't feel like a cohesive unit at this time, I think is the best way to describe it.
They're pressing, bro. I'm telling you, they're pressing. They're pressing, dude. They have it's like they have I'm not there, but it seems like from the outside, they've got the weight of, they are carrying the weight of all the expectation.
I think
they don't look like they're having fun to me. They don't look like they're having a lot of fun.
They don't look, they're not having fun. I'll say this. Even when they're up in counts, the body language of the guys feels like they're in 2 strike counts and that they know that they're going to strike out. It feels like, you know how somebody had like an asshole dad where they would like always yell and then like he would always want to strike. That's how it feels like every single at bat they have. They're up 2-1 in counts and they're pressing to not strike out. I will say this. They have a lot of pop. I know that they didn't really show it tonight, but they have a lot of guys that can swing the bat with authority. It just doesn't feel like they're loose. And I don't know if it's because they haven't been punched in the mouth enough, because I feel like they should have based on the midweek and Sunday. But hopefully this is the wake-up call that I think that they desperately need. Because I would go as far as to say this team misses the tournament if they play like they did tonight. That is
So we were talking about this before you got on, about when was the last time the number 1 team in the country preseason has lost 3 straight games before conference play. I'm going to have to do some deep digging.
I said this to Micah when we were leaving the stadium. They remind me of Ole Miss in 23. That's really what they remind me of. Was
Ole Miss a top 5 team, weren't they?
Yeah, they were the defending national champs.
They weren't. They were top 5, yeah. They weren't undisputed number 1.
That's who they remind me of.
That's fair.
They have no approach at the plate. They aren't really a talented fielding team. They're not a fast team.
Yeah, and you lose SEC freshman of the year and Gavin Grahoback's huge blow,
this is where is Michael Early in over his head questions start happening. Because I don't
think it's on him. I'll say this.
I'm not saying that right now, but like he's going to be partly majorly responsible for how they respond to all this shit.
Yeah, they don't have. So last year it was so fun, like with Shot and Jace and everything, and it doesn't feel like they're having fun. And I don't think it's Michael.
Well, winning helps.
Winning does help, but I don't think it's Michael Early at all. I think it's the team. I think it was the team getting a little bit too complacent. Because the system hasn't changed for Michael Early. Like, he was a hitting guy last year. It's not his fault that they're striking out. Yeah. It's not his fault that they're striking out 15 times. Like, at some point, the players on this team have to look in the mirror and decide where the season's going to go, because it could really spiral.
I think Monday, Tuesday, you have a players only meeting.
I did post game with Arizona, Chip Hale. They were in the dugout a long time. A&M was.
I would expect that.
Yeah, I can be honest with you. This feels like one of the worst regular season losses this early in the season. It felt like
we watched Arizona get shelled in Arlington.
Yeah, and that's the thing is they have. I mean, I will say the guy that they threw, their Friday night guy, is a very good Friday night guy, but they're not known to have a very deep bullpen. And there were numerous times where I felt like A&M let that starter off the hook. Like, he's at over 50 pitches, 2 innings in, and he makes it to the 5th. Like, that kind of stuff can't happen if you expect to be a good, talented team. It's
let alone the number 1 team in the country.
Let alone people talking about you being one of the best lineups in the country preseason. Like, good teams, A&M had 3 or 4 chances to blow that game up.
We just got.
Good teams don't play around the way that A&M played around with Arizona tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. My response to a slump would be different than y'all's, I think. I don't know if it'd be happening tonight or Monday, but I'd say, all right, boys, go hit the bars, go do what you got to do. Let's come back tomorrow
probably
fresh.
A little different.
Hey, let's go back tomorrow fresh. Go out and get fucking shitty tonight. Come back tomorrow.
Harrison probably knows the kind of bars that you need to get out of some slumps.
Listen, go.
Nope.
Go.
Can't relate.
Hey, I mean, Jake, our guy Cole would know because he lives there. Go out in Houston. Go where you got to go. Go do what you got to do. Get your mind right tonight. We play tomorrow at 7. Come back to the ballpark. And let's fucking go. Their season starts tomorrow. That's what I would say. That's what I would tell the team. Jace, take them all out tonight. Take them out. Y'all got y'all's NIL money. Go out. Have a good time. Let's go to the park with a little buzz tomorrow, literally and figuratively.
No, I think
that's what I would say.
That to some extent. I don't think it's a go out night. I think it's
team bonding experience.
I think it's a go spend some time together in the hotel, flush it out. You know, we're done talking about it. We talked about it for 15, 20 minutes in the dugout. It's on everyone's mind. Clear your mind. Come back to the ballpark. New season tomorrow. You know, clean slate. Come back with a different energy, different playlist in the locker room, different looseness, feel, pregame, you know, completely different energy level. I think that's how you kind of start it.
I will say this. If you're looking for a little bit of a silver lining, there's some teams in the country that don't go to these tournaments and don't schedule tough. And they're going to get punched in the mouth like this that first weekend of the SEC. And then that's when they're going to have to respond.
Georgia?
Yep, I agree.
That
Harrison
this is kind of the first time.
Said the downfall's coming.
South Carolina, to some extent.
Shit, they're getting punched in the mouth this weekend.
It's going to be how you respond. I think A&M needs a new crop of leaders to step up into this team.
It's
just wild we're having this conversation about them. That's wild.
I think it needs to be somebody like Sawyer Farr. I think he's somebody that's got to get more vocal. He's got to be more of a leader.
It's early in the season, but it's kind of not because conference plays in 2 weeks. So it's like,
say, Jake?
I was saying somebody like Sawyer Farr, you know, a veteran who's been on a few different teams, has tournament experience. Somebody like him needs to kind of step up because he's still very new. He seems to be the only guy that really has any kind of approach. Honestly, I would go as far as to say he was the only guy that looked confident at the plate. Like, before he hit that home run, when Jace had the pop fly, he goes, Jason's going to get on and watch this. He leaned over to the hitting coach, said that. Sure enough, he titties one out to left field. Like, he's the only one that's
stepping up. Jake is stepping up on the show. No technical issues, dropping absolute eaters of information.
I really got to really mix that into my Twitter game when I'm posting these highlights. He tittied it. You're like, what the fuck?
I got that from a Houston staffer 2 years ago, and it's stuck with me ever since. It was who was it? It was somebody. Oh, I think it was Nolan Schubart. Nolan Schubart parked one over the parking lot, and he goes,
"What FAU Nolan?"
He goes, "God damn, that ball was tittied."
You really get away with that in college baseball.
It's the people's sport.
All right, Noah, settle down. But yes, it's the people's sport.
So I'll say this. I posed the question because Kansas has just been absolutely rowdy. Who is the SEC fan base that's going to carry our great conference to get the exposure like they are getting this weekend? Because I want an SEC fan base to be that rowdy in the stands. I want old.
Well, okay.
Like,
first off,
the basketball coaches have to tell the fans to calm down. I want that in baseball.
Says eyewash. No, I 100%. I think it's great for the game of baseball. And he says that he thinks everyone's just kind of rating them on Twitter and just giving them too much hype. I said, dude, what else is there to do in Lawrence, Kansas?
What else is there to do in Tuscaloosa, Alabama?
Have you seen Sorority Row?
Gillettes, and that's it?
Oh, don't sleep on Innisfree like that. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
I'm a Gillettes guy.
Dude, Innisfree till the death of me is what I say.
You need to ask Cruz about that.
You know, Innisfree's, trust me.
They actually have a picture of Cruz.
What team you're saying, though?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, they do?
Yeah, it says, please allow to cut the line.
It would be Cruz.
be.
No, what fan base?
Ole Miss. I'm counting on Ole
You're
Miss.
saying
Dude, the
like
beer
this
showers,
weekend?
man. Yeah.
They need to storm a field.
Dude,
I mean,
I don't
if they
think
didn't-
any.
they didn't-
I don't think any SEC fan base is doing that.
Yeah,
There's
I mean,
too much,
Oh,
dude. There's too much pride in this conference. I was literally told today that Florida has a thing where they will not storm any field. Like Florida fully believes they're like, we are above storming the field. We will not give any team that.
in any sport.
We will not give any team like because they look at it as like we're Florida. People storm the field when they beat us.
No, that's
Hey,
a
Talk
Bama
about how
thing.
Chris has us all convinced to be Florida fans going forward. I'm fully bought in on Florida this year.
Chris and I have been preaching this all year long in preseason.
Dude, the Gators are for
Hold
real,
on.
man.
Hot take. They should be the number one team in the country, not Tennessee. Hot take.
I think it's a warm take. I don't think it's a hot take, but I think jumping Tennessee
because
tough.
Tennessee has played fucking nobody. Let's just be honest.
I mean,
Sorry.
Who has Florida played? Air Force.
Air Force is good, dude. They're gonna win the Mountain West.
Stetson in the midweek, North Florida in the midweek. Bro,
All right, Stetson, yes. North Florida,
their
no.
schedule next week, bro, they got UCF at their place on Tuesday night. And then they've got
Well, that doesn't look very good right this second, Chris. Did you see what happened to UCF?
FAU Wednesday. Now what happened to UCF?
They got run ruled by South Florida.
Hey,
But dude, Florida
did you guys
baseball's
see-
different, bro.
it
I
is.
know
Did you see-
I know I'm like look very biased right now, but Florida baseball's different. Just saying.
Yeah, he's got the Florida SECU hat on too.
And
It's just our colors, man.
a hot take. I think the state of Alabama is turning into baseball central. Bama's good.
Dude, Auburn put belt to it. Is
Hot
Ohio
take.
State also
Hot
not
take.
good?
They're decent.
Hot take.
They almost beat. They should have beat Alabama if they don't get
Should've.
LeBron.
Using a guy's name as a verb.
They got LeBron and Hodoed. They got Hodoed.
Yeah.
No, I know.
okay, so-
Ohio, and they got a good coach. Here's a good coach. Yeah, that was a total ass kicking.
Did you see that USF? And I know Chris probably doesn't care, but I think it's iconic enough to say. You see USF, South Florida, their quarterback is a pitcher, and like a third of the football team showed up and just cheering him on and just like absolutely causing hectic just mayhem as fans, just yelling at the guys and whatnot. He strikes this guy out and he thinks it's ball for him and just letting him have it. It was hilarious to see.
Oh, just to change the subject, because I just thought of this because Micah just texted me. I got absolutely robbed today at Minute Maid Park. I paid $6 for a hot dog, and it was the shittiest thing I've ever had.
The funniest, I was actually going to say the funniest.
Because I'm going to change the subject.
The
I got
funniest
robbed.
video I saw all day was, I think it was Micah's video.
It was
Him
my
essentially using the hot dog as like a hammer on his laptop, just because it was like a hard as a brick.
I bought 3 hot dogs, and the lady goes, "Oh, that'll be $24.48 before tip." I was like,
Whoa,
dumbstruck.
hold on.
Got a hot dog?
Actually, time out. Is this another the media didn't get free food situation?
We had stale popcorn.
Nothing besides that.
No, I had to go to the plebeian section.
What is up with these pro ballparks?
You know who's great? Peak treats us right.
Peak event. Oh, yes.
Like
Yes.
they had Whataburger catered. They had Golden Chick.
Wouldn't know.
Dude, yes.
Wouldn't
Hey,
know.
Jacksonville College Baseball Classic. Listen, they couldn't stream it for shit, but the food was fantastic.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I know that Kendall's been having his phone blown up all day.
Dude, the food at the Jacks Classic was very good.
Which I will say this.
Very good.
Kendall
wait.
gets a little bit of a pass on the stream because the server company is bending him over. It's the server company that's screwing him. It's not
Like a
Kendall.
keyboard server company.
It's the server. It's LSU. It's
You see the
server
screenshot I sent
company-
y'all earlier about not being able to even open the website?
It's
I
the
was
server
working-
company doubting LSU fans. Kendall reassured the LSU fan. He goes, you don't understand these people. They're psychos. You have to make sure they were like, oh yeah, like we got it, and then they crash it. It's only LSU.
Jake, I was calling the Georgia Tech game today, and I couldn't even get on D1's website to pull up a team's schedule. It said like wait 4 minutes. I said, for what? Okay, Chris, pull up the tweet I just sent you. It's Micah's tweet hitting the hot dog on the computer.
It's not Kendall's. Kendall gets a little bit of a pass.
No, I saw this here.
997. Put it up here and play it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I think all 997 people in this chat need to see
this
on this live stream.
We're about to hit 1,000 folks tuning live, and it's 12:35 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
And you guys are all in here, so
yeah. Shout out to everyone sticking
on
hanging out with
us.
us.
This is our buddy Micah. He likes to
full screen.
Yeah, those are the exact hot dogs. I bought 3 of those.
Puck, bun and half cooked hot dog. Let's see if I can get
start this video over.
I think I've had better hot dogs. That might have been worse than the UTSA one. The UTSA one has been the worst hot dog I've ever had. That might have been worse.
Let me just tweet this out.
Oh,
the bread sounds hard and stale.
Oh yeah. So did he eat it?
I think so we had nothing.
Yeah. You kind of had to. You kind of had to.
Could have had Chinook seeds with you.
I have
could have lived off seeds.
The only thing I've had today is a banana, 2 stale hot dogs, and a bunch of sunflower seeds. And the banana I stole.
Shout out to Florida. They had pepperoni pizza. So that was, I
got a Pico pizza tonight after the game.
Florida State
Best
one time
gave
us barbecue.
I'm curious what Florida will have tomorrow.
1,004 viewers, Chris. Shout out to all 1,005 of you now.
Thank you all for being in Friday night.
Drop some questions. We want to answer whatever you guys want.
I love that all these fans show up, even though I'm rocking the Florida stuff. That's love.
State of Florida baseball. Ooh,
listen. If your school hooks us up, we'll rock it too. So,
Alabama's above the state of North Carolina. North Carolina is not a good baseball state.
Florida baseball or North Carolina baseball, which is better? I gotta go Florida, man.
I gotta go Florida just because of Florida State both being in Omaha right now.
I gotta go Florida.
Duke is trash.
I'm talking about the state of Florida, like high school.
I'm saying talent bed though.
Just talent in general.
Yeah, Florida.
Gotta go Florida, man.
Yeah, I think Georgia's up there top 5.
Does Georgia still like? I remember there was a run where it felt like every year, like the number 1 draft pick was just some high school kid from Georgia.
No. When I was in high school, it was 3 years in a row this kid went first round. Here we go.
Shout out to Tim. Super chat, Tim.
Yeah.
Hot take. The Vols will sweep Florida to open SEC play.
That's going to be – I think the opposite. I think Florida sweeps them.
Ooh. At the old Nelson.
Chris, you wear your Florida shirt. I'll wear my Vols.
No. I'm rocking a team this weekend because obviously I'm here, but also they're playing Miami. I'm not going to be the guy that goes to a series and is like, let me pick a side and be the – no, I'm not doing that. Respectfully, I ain't doing that.
No, that's a bold take, Tim. I respect the bold take. I don't think either team sweeps, though.
Yeah, I'm not ready to lock in a prediction, but I don't think either team's going to sweep either.
That's the first weekend, right?
First weekend.
In Knoxville, right?
And Bama A&M's turning out to be a disappointing series, but not the way that we had thought.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Tim with another super chat, just to say Jake is wrong.
Yeah.
Love that. Tim, yeah. Let's go, Tim. Let's go, Tim.
Baby.
Let's go, Tim.
Yeah, Jake, Tim owns you now.
He does. I'll be sure to tell Tony V tomorrow that Tim Austin says I suck.
Hey, Gig'em Bart says, would much rather see Chris rocking Florida gear instead of his favorite burnt orange. When have I ever rocked Texas shit? I said one time that I got an Austin hat when we were in Arlington. And I think Bart and them like, that's his favorite hat.
I think
that's his favorite hat. He's a Texas Glazer. Texas Glazer.
Yes.
Come on,
man. My gosh. We got Jake here rocking the tournament cap. Classic
that's
Jake move.
That's
for the
fire.
tournament that I'm not at. It's got a little logo under the bill.
Wow,
too.
with the teams on the bill.
I'm gonna be honest.
Cute.
Not a fan.
That's cute.
Not a fan.
This hat is getting retired. I am way too OCD. I kept looking up at the logo, so this hat's getting retired.
Dude,
I would.
that you know what that hat's for, Jake? That's like just like a good desk display hat.
Yes, I would
That's
say
not a
Great
that's not
hat,
a
too.
rock. That's not like a
he's
rock
wearing that
everywhere
at
hat.
a different tournament too.
I'm mad. I will say this. I am mad at the Astros tournament.
No merch,
Why?
no
It's
gear.
free to watch.
It's free, but they've no walk-up songs. Okay, first off, the umps just didn't have audio. I was standing. I don't know if y'all were watching the stream. I was standing right there. They spent that entire replay was just them talking that they couldn't hear each other. That was what all of it was.
10-minute review.
They didn't even review it. They took 2 minutes to review it. It was just they couldn't understand. They couldn't communicate.
That's why it took so long. Were you there with Micah?
They sent me up to the press box to tell them that we couldn't hear them because they just So I go in there and they go, he goes, we're still reviewing it. I'm like, what the fuck is there to review? He's out by 3 steps. I did not say that part, by the way.
Hey, Matt Ritson with a $1.99 super chat. Thank you, Matt. All he says is Arizona 3-2 over Texas A&M.
I know I was there, unfortunately.
Thank you,
Matt
thank you,
Ritson
Matt, for reminding
truth.
us all. Yeah,
Reminding
that is a
Jake.
fact. That is a fact. Matt will tell many a joke, I'm sure, but never tell a lie. So good on you.
Did y'all see
Shout out,
Flores is back, by the way? He hit 2 home runs
Hit
tonight.
a bomb. Two?
Yeah, two.
Yeah,
two.
two.
I
The
didn't
second
see
one
the
was
second.
long, too.
Kid's got wicked pop, too. Wicked pop.
And he had that nice play in the hole, on Tuesday.
Yeah, dude, he's a top 3, I think, defender in the country at his position, a premium position.
I wouldn't say that.
By the
Really?
way, now 10-7 Texas. They just went up. Another run.
I mean, LeBron.
Sorry, LeBron. Yeah, he's definitely top 3. Flores probably top 5.
I like Florida's guy, too, a little bit, too.
Florida?
And talking about what?
Shortstop,
Shortstops.
Shelton. Shelton's way better.
Oh yeah, Colby Shelton.
Colby.
Aloy.
Your doppelganger. Yes.
I'd put Aloy up there. I'd put Milam above Flores.
Who?
Milam.
Steven Milam.
Steven Milam.
Monster.
Oh, yeah, he's playing short now, isn't he?
Yep.
Because
I wouldn't put Curley.
He's playing second.
I'm not the highest on Curley, if I'm being honest with you. I don't think he's a very good defender.
Yeah, I didn't blow me away and impress me defensively.
Who's Georgia? Colby, is it Slate Alford? I think Jalen Flores is better than Slate. Maybe he is. There's really not that many talented shortstops. He's better than Ken.
I don't know. Ken almost made that sliding catch down left field line. That would have been wicked.
He also didn't. He also probably should have made that play.
Yes, I agree.
Bringing home a run.
Yep.
Dude, tonight, Jared Spencer, 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run, 9 strikeouts.
Does it the bullpen
The stuff
imploded?
is so tough. Yeah.
Yeah. Gig'em Bart, $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Bart. I now dislike Matt. Very good.
We got beef in the chat.
Appreciate you, Bart. You're the man. Love it.
Wait, I'm waiting for Matt's rebuttal.
God.
Now
Love that.
Like Matt.
Tim
Let me
Austin
see.
just says Tennessee's first loss. I'm assuming he's talking about the Florida series.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, I mean, I don't think they play anybody good next weekend, do they?
I don't think so. Yeah, I can't imagine, though, how boring it would be to be like Georgia and just play literally nobody in the non-conference.
I don't understand why a coach would do that. Like realistically, it kills your art. Well, they're doing that weird thing where they're going on the road a ton to crappy
Georgia.
places. Yeah, they've been to Georgia State.
They went and they went to at UNCW to play Quinnipiac and UNCW.
I heard that was because their field wasn't ready. So that one they don't get as much of a kudos on.
No, I was kind of playing it down as well. Don't worry.
By the way, they got a double header tomorrow at Florida Gulf Coast. It's a 4-game series.
They've been doing that.
So they've got a double header, and then they still play Sunday, and then their last non-conference series is Columbia of the Ivy League. Which I mean,
You want to know what happened to Texas? Cody Howard.
Oh yeah,
5 hits, 5 earned, not even an out.
I wish I could have been a fly on the wall for Slosh pulling him.
dude. Georgia's first SEC series, Kentucky at Foley Field.
That'll be a good one. I think that'll be good.
I'm gonna say-
Kentucky's
I'm gonna
another
say
one
2
that
or
hasn't
3.
played anybody tough. I don't
No.
really know.
Yeah.
I don't know how I
I'd
feel
say
about
Georgia
Kentucky
2 or
yet.
3 for that.
And then Georgia's second series at Florida. So
You know
we'll
who else
find out
hasn't
real
played anybody tough, but we know exactly how good they are? Missouri.
Tennessee.
Oh God. Oh God.
Tennessee.
Mizzou.
Mizzou hasn't played a murderous
Hey, don't.
throw.
Hey, now you know what Harrison's response was, Jake? Evansville almost went to Omaha. I'm like, dude, stop.
Did you not
Please
see what
stop.
Evansville did on Tuesday?
That's what Chris said. He goes, they got run-ruled by Kentucky.
They didn't even they broke a school record for runs scored. Kentucky did.
Yeah, Kane did already highlight the Cody Howard thing when he said, "Take Cody Howard the fuck out of the game." Yeah, he literally said,
"Oh my god, my god,
pull fucking Cody Howard." Yeah, he did say that. Gigambart, $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Gigambart. Aggies sweeping the Horns come April 25th. Saw them all.
You know, I thought that crap during the football game, and they let me down.
I don't know if the Aggies is going to sweep anybody with the way they're operating.
Hey, look at the spelling on that.
WHORNS.
I will say this. One of the Arizona guys had probably one of the more ruthless things after they gave up the run. He yells, he goes, "What's different about this year's team?" He goes, "Oh, yeah, your daddy left."
Oh.
No
I didn't know Arizona had savage fans.
Yeah, I think it was like somebody's brother because he was wearing a Rodriguez jersey.
Oh, damn. Family getting in it.
Mississippi State looked good today, wouldn't y'all say?
Oh, yeah.
I think they're...
Dude, how about no Hunter Hines? No Hunter Hines.
We look at this is the second game in his career that he hasn't started.
Did you notice that,
tomorrow.
Jay?
What?
Did you notice that he wasn't out there, Hines?
Yeah. I asked Lamonis about it after the game. He said he handled it like a professional.
So
Ironically,
what injury? He just got benched straight up.
Yeah, I'm going to say this: that Garrig Fry, it's kind of he got Wally pipped by somebody named Garrick.
The way you said that.
I saw the second I saw that, I was like, he got Wally pipped by somebody named Garrick. It was a lot funnier in my head, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, with the way the offense swung it today, I mean, I don't know. I mean, do you put him back in? You give him the whole weekend off? Maybe
DH him. I don't. Lamonis has some good problems to have because there's a lot of guys that are hitting that you wouldn't think would be hitting as good as they are. Like Aaron Downs.
They got depth.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Downs didn't play today. Pinch hit, home run. I think he's hitting like near 500. So they got a lot of stuff that they can play with. Who else? Oh, did Columbia beat Oregon? I kind of called that one.
They did?
No, did they? That was a question.
I can check real quick. Let's see.
I know Oregon was Chris's Omaha 8.
Oregon won 20-11.
Yeah, Jake, settle down.
20-11.
How did Air Force Army go? How did our troops do?
We won. We're 2-0 in World Wars. Come on.
That was not a good joke. Air Force baseball battles to walk off Army 9-8.
Oh.
Air Force walks off Army 9-8. How about that?
Army flies was a C-17 cargo plane
in the
11th away games.
In the 11th.
Yeah, about that. Apparently, Air Force's coach is ranked high enough in the military that he can request planes at any time. So anytime somebody goes out to play Air Force, they send a plane for him.
Wow. Okay, here we go.
Mississippi State, they flew private.
Yeah, I was going to say, this wasn't that special, Harrison. It was literally 2 years ago.
Yeah, but how did that season end for them?
That's not right. That's not right. They beat the shit out of Sam Houston. I was there.
Did they?
Yeah.
Hey, come on now.
I vividly remember that because I told Dylan Cruz, I said, y'all need 10 runs to get the belt. And he goes, we finna take that bitch home. And then they just unloaded. They beat him by like 15.
I love
You
that.
said that to him?
I love that.
He said that to me. Yeah, he goes,
Yeah,
we
it was
finished
16-4. No, they beat Kansas State 7-3, lost to Iowa. They lost to Iowa. Wow, 4-12.
Yeah.
That was Brody Bracht. That was the first time
Yeah,
in
Brody
the
Brecht
world
when
that
he
heard of Brody
Hey,
Bracht.
Yeah, and that was when everyone at D1 baseball and whatnot was just hyping up Iowa, and then they just imploded.
I was there for that.
Well,
I was in the
And
well.
then the next season.
Yeah, well, because that was our Harrison and I's first year doing the show, and we were like, "What the fuck is up with this Iowa love?"
Yeah,
so
And
Brody
then they
Brecht,
stunk.
They did stink. Brody Brecht, though, he gets pulled, and as he's walking off the field, he yells to the ump, he goes, "You were fucking terrible." So the ump ejects him after he gets pulled. So he just watches the whole game, like, out in the outfield, like on a berm.
That's awesome.
I did not know that. That's actually
Jake,
hilarious.
what'd you think of South Carolina Clemson?
I thought it was electric. I think it's one of the best. I think it's the best rivalry in college baseball.
I'm glad you agree.
It's super intense.
I think.
Did
Aiden
you see the video Chris and I posted?
Yeah, down the line.
Yeah.
LSU gets pretty. Well, actually, they just moved the bullpens, but LSU had a similar setup last summer.
They have more room though. Like,
I don't know. I talked to
the
the A&M pitchers. They can hear everything that those fans say, and those fans really get after it. I think Aiden Kanak's really good. I think he should be in the SEC. Somebody should throw a bag at him and get him to an SEC school.
Well, I mean, he struggled a little bit today.
Yeah, so I'll just eat my hat here.
Though. You what?
I'll just eat my hat.
And we got a $4.99 super chat from Matt Ritson. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate you, Matt.
Yeah,
Stanford live stream got one camera on the top press box. You need Mr. Magoo glasses. Watch the games 9-0 right now.
Hey, Matt, at least they don't have to pay to watch it.
Well, hold on. I'll say this. I have one that's even worse. Oklahoma State played at Cleburne, and they didn't have internet, so it was just some fat guy in the front row filming off of his phone on live.
Wait, Cleburne, like, what's it called?
The Railroaders or something?
The Railroaders, the independent league team. I have a buddy that plays in there.
That they had it at that stadium. Well, did you see that one stream that somebody had where it was just a live stream of somebody holding his phone of the D1 stream?
Dude, our friend of ours, Joy, she was she had her phone, I guess, on a tripod and was live streaming her laptop of the LSU game. And bro, there were like 20,000 people tuned in.
I better look that up.
Yes, dude. Dude, I was like, damn, I know D1's about to be pissed. I mean, I don't know what they could do or would do, but
I mean,
the Vegas stream though hasn't had any hitches in it. I don't think. Also, a bunch of Texas people just went to the game.
I think here's the thing. I think after the game, she deleted the stream, which is probably pretty smart.
Yeah, I don't see it on here.
No, she definitely deleted it, but she was live. She was no. I promise you, she was live.
Wait,
Harrison,
I think I see it.
What's the bigger rivalry? Because we saw how Liam Peterson reacted leaving after that Miami game. Miami, Florida, or South Carolina, Clemson?
Easily South Carolina, Clemson. Easily. And
I didn't think Miami, Florida was that big of a rivalry.
I'll give you a bigger question. What's a bigger rivalry? Florida, Florida State, Florida, Miami, or Miami, Florida State?
Miami, Florida State. It's a conference game.
Yeah, I mean, Florida State play in the midweek, which I think sucks. I was talking about this, Jake, by the way. You weren't on here, obviously. So being at the game tonight, it was a lot of fun. It was electric. You know, we talked a lot of in-depth in the game and everything. So two things. Number one, and they told me this, but Florida's a little bit of a wine and cheese crowd. They are very, very used to winning. They're very spoiled, which is whatever. It is what it is. Like, Omaha's their birthright at this point. They're spoiled. It is what it is. But, bro, but it was still like an intense environment. Don't get me wrong. But the difference between South Carolina, Clemson, and Florida, Miami, what I experienced tonight, Florida, Miami was like an intense non-conference game. South Carolina Clemson is like literally, Jake, being in a fucking super regional. I'm not joking. Dude,
Yeah.
like every pitch is life or death.
Well,
Like,
see, and I've been to Florida State hosting Miami, and I've been to a Clemson South Carolina game, and I would say I was expecting more from Florida State Miami, even though it was a really good game and both teams I think were good. It just felt night and day compared to Clemson South Carolina.
Yeah, it's
Florida State's kind of gimmicky.
Jake,
like,
the other thing that happened tonight that I was mind blown by, and I told him this earlier. I say it with love. It wasn't everybody, but bro, do you know it's a 4-run game, bro. There were Florida fans when the game went to the 9th inning, leaving the game. I'm like, dude, you're 3 outs away from taking game 1 against your rival.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
I saw that at A&M tonight when A&M was winning in the 7th. People were heading for the exit. I'm really curious to see how they come tomorrow. And then I'm really worried to see
being in Houston, you would think.
There's tons of Aggies here. Yeah. They're like, I would say it's probably them and LSU are 1 and 2.
I know it's a week later, by the way, but I saw some of the videos from Lauren. Dude, it looked like Arkansas packed out Globe Life. Like, that was crazy.
Well, people forget that Dallas is a big, I was too stupid to go to Texas, so I go to Arkansas type of area.
God. Well, there goes the Arkansas audience. Thanks, Jake.
Okay, can they please not send me videos of my house? I've gotten a few Arkansas fans do that before.
How do they know where you live?
I don't even fucking know. They literally sent me a screenshot of my house.
I think that's the scarier part.
Yeah, luckily there's a gate in my neighborhood. So.
All right. Let's Gig 'em Bart, $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Gig 'em Bart. We appreciate
it. There we go, Gig 'em.
Serious question. Ags open conference play against Bama 2 weeks from today. What, if anything, is a reasonable expectation here? Set the table.
Is it in College Station or is it in Tuscaloosa?
It's in.
I think he's talking. I think he's probably talking for that series, but also the season.
Yeah,
I don't see how they beat St. Adams. I really don't.
How they what?
I don't see how they beat St. Adams on Friday night.
The way they're swinging it, yeah. I think if you don't get swept, it's. I don't want to say good, but like.
Is it manageable? At Bama?
No, it's in College Station.
Okay, in College Station.
I'm gonna be there. I don't see how
if you take one, the way they're playing right now.
If they play right now, I think maybe Sunday. A&M will steal one on Sunday. A&M's going to win a lot of games with Miles Patton on Sunday. I don't know where they're going to win a lot of games outside of him. I can be honest with you. And I don't know where they're going to win games when they have a starter have a bad outing and a bullpen needs to go 5-6 innings. I don't think.
The problem is when you blow a game like they did tonight with a really strong Ryan Prager start.
He grinded. I'll say this. They pitched him probably about an inning or two more than he probably should have. His velo dipped like 4 or 5 miles per hour in the 6th. And
I noticed that. I mean, his changeup, though, was so good.
He grinded those last 2-3 innings. Because I think that shows the faith or lack thereof in the bullpen that they'd rather have Ryan Prager at 40 or 50% than they would, a Weston Moss or a Caden Wilson or a Freshcorn in the back end of that bullpen. Maybe Evan Aschenbeck can, turn down the Cubs and come back. That's the only thing I can see in the bullpen.
And bring back Chris Cortez with him.
I will say I like Weston Moss. I just don't think he had it tonight. I think the moment was just a little bit too big for him. But I mean, they don't have any feel for that bullpen. Period. They don't know who they have or who they don't have, and it's week 3. I feel like that's stuff you should know.
I mean, I'll have guys. You don't hit the panic button until it starts going south in conference play, right?
I will. No? They have a tough conference slate, and we said that
their schedule's brutal.
We said that when they were the number 1 team, and that didn't even include Bama being as good as they are.
Gig 'em Bart, $4.99 super chat again. Bart's blowing us up. So what I'm hearing, It's over.
Yes, always was. I blame
Big and
you,
Bart.
Bart, for
Have a
not
night.
knowing better.
For not knowing Aggie's going to Aggie? Is that what we're...
We've seen this at every single sport. Of course, I'll say this. I'll give this to two outsiders. Is this the worst week in A&M athletics across the board? Basketball's lost 4 straight. Baseball's lost 3 straight.
As the number 1 team.
Like, is this the worst, like, week ever?
Yes, across multiple sports.
Fuck, I don't know if I can answer ever. It's a pretty bad week, though. I mean,
answer the worst I can remember.
A&M did just sign that $500 million multimedia deal, whatever that means.
Yeah, shout out Billy Lucci for that. Dropping
Yeah.
that knowledge.
Well, shout out to us not subjecting ourselves to Learfield. That's the real winner here.
Yeah.
Regardless of if a cent gets paid, they get out of Learfield.
You want to get out of Learfield?
Learfield sucks. Yeah. Learfield's what people
Why?
think flow is.
Why?
It's a horrible product. It's impossible to navigate. It always crashes. They paywall you.
What's crashing about it? Like, is it live streams?
It's the radio feeds and stuff like that.
Yeah, they do radio mainly. Matt Ritson, I want to get to this super chat, $2.99. Thank you so much, Matt. We appreciate it. Who's worst, Fullerton or San Diego, buddy?
Or UNLV.
UNLV. Okay, that's what he meant. UNLV.
Which San Diego? Because I don't think UC San Diego's terrible, but I think San Diego State sucks ass.
What about just San Diego? Chris Bryant's alumni.
I think they're supposed to be decent.
No, I think I'd say Fullerton's worse.
Pepperdine sucks. I was going to
I think
Pepperdine
from a talented standpoint.
and Fullerton confused.
I haven't seen them play this season, but like from a talent standpoint, I'd say Fullerton's worse.
I've always wondered why UNLV isn't better at sports.
Because how do you recruit to Las Vegas? And
how do you not recruit to Las Vegas?
The same way they recruit to Austin.
How do you keep kids? How do you keep them at the casino then?
How do you keep kids off of 6th Street?
Yeah, how do you keep the Georgia players away from their bar scene?
You don't. I mean, there's too many options. We go 80 bars. I mean, I don't think it's keeping them away from that. I mean, I think it's more so, at least for football, keeping them off the streets.
They're in the suburbs, though, of Las Vegas. They're not near the Strip.
Are they?
About 20 minutes away.
Hey, John says, Liam Doyle, best pitcher. Tennessee is going back-to-back. Jake, you had some takes on Liam Doyle today.
Yeah, Jake's got a hot take on Liam Doyle. Spread it with 1,100 people.
First off, that dude
they can flame you on Twitter.
Psychopath in a good way.
He was funny today.
Twitch factory.
He speaks at 1,000,000 miles an hour. You saw the hot mic that they got him on. I think he's bottom half of the SEC though for Friday night, guys.
Jake,
come
bro,
on, Jake.
Jake, dude, those hot dogs are getting to you, bro. That's wild.
The people are already tuned in. You don't have to say something crazy to get more people in here.
I'll blow you up for that one.
Gackle.
He got shelled today.
Peterson.
Okay, Peterson.
Prager.
Hunter Elliott.
Anderson at LSU.
Anderson. Yep.
I'd give me Zane Adams.
No. No.
I think Zane Adams is. I think Zane Adams.
What about Kyson Witherspoon?
Yeah. Jared Spencer.
That's 6 right there, and we've had 3 debatable ones.
You're kind of
debatable ones. I don't.
You're actually if you're putting all 6 of it, you're kind of making his point. Actually,
you said bottom half. I'll put him 6, 7. I'm not putting him below than 7.
That's right near the. That's
like
right
in the middle.
And you said bottom half. That's 9 through 16 is bottom half.
I think he's better. I think he's better than.
What about Pico Khan?
South Carolina runs out on a Friday night. He's better than Dutton.
Pico Khan, that's a good one.
What about Matthew Becker, Harrison? Come on.
Now we're talking.
Matthew Becker's like one step above John Gilreath.
Oh my god.
He's like James Gilreath. He's just like a different Gilreath.
I'll have this conversation off air. What else we get?
Yeah, I'd like to see his response to me saying that. 'Cause
Yeah, Jake. Well, Tim Austin thinks Tennessee's
The Friday
rotation.
they I will say this. I think they have a very
Marcus Phillips is good, dude.
No
He's
one's
a
talking.
flamethrower.
No one talks about the Tennessee bullpen like we talk about other ones. Their bullpen might be better than their starters. Oh yeah, Harrison, I do have a question.
Who's your Sunday guy again?
I'd have to look. Is Kirby
see.
Cannell still on their roster?
No,
he's on
he's
their
a GA.
staff.
Okay, that's
He's
what
the most.
Yeah.
He's the highest grossing, I think, salary. He's the highest income for GA I've ever seen in my life. I mean, with those NIL deals, it's ridiculous.
He's still getting NIL deals
Yes.
as a GA.
I mean,
God,
he's a legend in Knoxville.
Life is good when you win a national title.
They actually
Exactly.
technically have 2 GAs because Alberto Ozuna takes drills for him as a GA.
Well, what's the update on? Wasn't it yesterday or today?
It's supposed to be tomorrow. I heard a hot mic from
No, for what's his name at Georgia?
Goldstein.
Dylan Goldstein.
They're supposed to know today, but they're supposed to
That's
have
what I thought on 28th.
Well, hot take. I think they've
I'll hit
rejected
a source up.
feeling it. I don't think there's a world where that gets accepted. I can be honest with you. First off, if you're 26, I don't think there's a world where that gets accepted.
Nate Snead made 2 starts or 1 start. Brandon Arvidsson, he's made 2 starts.
It might be Russell too.
AJ made 1 start.
I think they go with openers like they did in Omaha
on Sunday. Yeah. I mean, Marcus Phillips got 2 starts. Nate Snead got All
right, Chris. I got a jet. I have to drive back. I'm still in the park.
You got a jet?
We're about to wrap it up. We're gonna wrap it up now, actually, because I'm tired as hell. Yeah, $4.99 super chat. Gig and Bart, one more.
Gig and Bart,
Bart, throw it around. He's got cash to burn.
Questions.
He said, if we're being honest, as long as the Horns don't make it past regionals, the season will be a success. Ask him who ended their run last year.
Yeah, Jake, who ended their run last year?
Just take 2 out of 3 from the Horns.
Peyton Powell ended the run with an error.
Kick and Bart, have a night.
Fair enough.
These are actually, he's got some heated.
Kick and Bart's got some zingers.
Yeah,
some zingers.
He's all hits, no miss tonight with the questions.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's wrap it up. Jake's out of here, Harrison. It's late as shit. Let's. This has been fun.
Yeah,
I feel like
fun.
Yeah, these get more and more fun as each week passes. Again, Jake had to go. He's got to drive home. We got to get some rest. Big day tomorrow. Yours truly's double dipping. I'll do baseball and then basketball. Baseball, obviously, game 2 of Florida-Miami. And then the Gators take on A&M, which, by the way,
catching up on some things.
Yeah, and by the way, Tim Austin, super chat, $4.99 super chat from Tim in closing. Who ended A&M's season? Who ended their season? Oh, it was the Vols. That's who.
Yeah,
it was the Vols.
True.
It was the Vols. So.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's just one of those things that I think it's just to kind of reiterate it again. I think it's a combination of so many different things and moving pieces with, the redemption season story, some new guys, some new young guys that have really stepped up, like Terrence Keel second. You lose Gavin Grohovac. I know he was struggling, but he was battling injury the entire time. I think the weight on the shoulders of being number 1 preseason, having a new head coach, I think it's all just kind of weighing on them so much and trying to play too perfect and do too much. Play too tight.
Just pressing. Yeah, just pressing. I mean, it's just – I think that's the big thing, man, just pressing. So,
yeah. But
we'll see how they
– Stu catching up things tomorrow from things tonight, getting a bunch of content out for us tomorrow while you're double dipping. And that'll be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time, and I'm looking forward to it.
I'll get some quad boxes going tomorrow.
Some quad boxes, yeah. It's
2 quad boxes.
Yeah, we're gonna be out. We're gonna be out at Conjuring, hanging out. Maybe catch a little BP, a little in and out, little ball game. Should have a
Well,
good
do
time.
you have a timeline on that little behind the scenes you did with interview?
Yeah, we're gonna drop that Colby Shelton interview Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's really simple, bro. All I gotta do is clip the intro, clip the end, but just didn't want to drop it on Friday when it's
No,
kind
I
of
agree. That'd
everything
be a
else
good time to do
is,
it.
So yeah, Monday we'll get it out. Great combo with Colby Shelton, Gator starting shortstop. And yeah, the content will continue from us. So guys, we can't say thank you enough again for y'all tuning in. Over 1,200 of you just listening to some jabronis talk about college baseball late into the wee hours.
Yeah, shout out to y'all. I mean,
Yeah.
this is for y'all. I mean,
Grow the game.
grow the game.
This
But
is
yeah,
how
I mean,
you
just,
grow the game.
I mean, but just
Yeah.
the kind of casualness that this is, just talking about what's going on tonight in the SEC on a Friday. The hype that Friday is in the series, especially when you get some heated rivalries like we do here and some big games at MLB ballparks. Talking about just whatever comes to mind around content, at the ballpark, whether it's a hammer of a hot dog that you try to break on your computer, or a hot mic, or did you see this happen, or what do you think of that? Just whatever organically comes up, and then the questions, because the questions tonight, I think, are the
Yeah.
best ones we've had so far, and just they've only gotten better, and I think that's what makes the show really thrive, is just the interactions with people watching it, because I've really enjoyed that the most, just getting the questions and what people are curious about, and try to answer as much as we can, as best we can, and spark conversation.
Yeah, I mean, the better the questions are, the better the show this show is, because this is an interactive, open-ended show, obviously engaging with you guys. Without you guys, this show would not be what it is and what it's becoming and what we're enjoying it as it is so far, which is a kick-ass, badass Friday night show talking SEC baseball, college baseball, something that we all
Can't beat it with a stick.
love. Yeah, you can't beat it, man. So, again, appreciate you all. Stay tuned to all of our content. You know the drill, man. We're going to keep rocking and rolling, keep covering college baseball. College basketball slate is massive tomorrow night. Our guy Dave will be live breaking down all the action from the basketball slate. Sunday, our guy Cole Thompson will be live with Sunday Fun Day as well. So we got a lot going on, a lot of stuff happening. Then, of course, Monday, us with the wind-up. We'll recap the weekend. And, yeah, Friday Night Spikes every single Friday. Harrison, we got one more of these for non-conference. And then the next one we do will be a conference Friday night. That's going to be badass.
I mean,
That's
the amount of
awesome
stuff we're going to have to talk about then is going to be electric.
Yeah. I mean, we already got
a lot
plenty.
easier on us. It's going to be a lot easier on us, too, not having to watch 16 different games.
Yeah.
4 nights a week.
Just 8 games. Yeah, just 8 games. Yeah.
And, it'll just mean more, because that's what the SEC is.
It just means more. Guys, again, thank you all so much. Appreciate you all. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn notifications. Check us out via podcast where we get those. You can also find us across all social media platforms, as well as our website, secunfiltered.com. We're going to say goodnight, even though I really don't want to, but we got to get some rest, man. We got to do it. Got a big day tomorrow. Harrison's got a big day. I got a big day. Y'all have a big day. More college baseball.
Have a day.
Hey, have a weekend. Have a day. Don't be scared of it. Lean into it. And don't be like A&M. Don't press. Just enjoy it. Have a little fun. All right, guys. Hey, good night. Appreciate y'all. For Harrison Fant, I'm Chris Phillips. See you. This is Friday Night Spikes.
Thank y'all.
See you next Friday night.